Breakthrough. in the sun, in waves, we sleep, and we dream. Each of us dying slowly, the prison of our minds. We sit in the sun, in waves, we sleep, and we dream. Each of us dying slowly, the prison of our minds.
Consume us all. Consume us all.
phase.
All right, enough of that. Enough of that. Let's get ourselves going on this day. Good morning to everybody. Good morning on this day. Good morning to all traders. Good morning to everyone kicking off this absolutely beautiful Wednesday morning. How we feeling in the chat room today? How we feeling across the board today, traders? I'm feeling good. The word of the day is dynamic. Dynamic. The act of one being dynamo. Dynamo. The act of one being aware. Aware. The act of situational. Situational. The act of understanding surroundings. Surroundings. The environment. Photosynthesis. Do any of these words mean anything to you? We have a big day ahead. Let's get ready to break this thing on down. Go over everything you need from start to finish. Whoa, baby. Woo! It's going to be a big day ahead. Traders, you guys are seeing the majority of traders are focused over on KXIN right now. Little heads on up, though, for every single person. KXIN, stock has some strong resistance up near around that 470-ish mark. 470, strong resistance, main area that, again, I want you guys focusing on. Top resistance, watch for a pullback. Top resistance, watch for a pullback. Top resistance, potential pullback. Coming on up right here over on KXIN. Now, we do have $5 as another main resistance line, but if we're just kind of kicking the party off right now, KXIN, again, this play has gone from the price of $450 back on down to $340. Came on up to $470, back on down to $350. Coming on up once again to $470. Possibly could be a nice little reversal right back on down. So let's just see real quick over on KXIN. Do we want to grab shares on this play? Is this going to be a stock that maybe we want to get ourselves involved in? If we take a look over on KXIN, what do we have? Let's go with 3,000 shares. We inquire about this play. Let's go 3,000 shares. I want to locate now. Click locate lowest. Bring this on over. Now let's see what we got. $67. Do you guys want to pay $67 for 3,000 shares? 3,000 shares, every $10 the stock drops. Goes from $460 to $450, that's a $300 profit. $450 down to $440, that's another $300 profit. We get a 30-cent move from $460 down to $430, that's a $900 profit. So again, I'm not opposed in any way. If people are interested over on KXIN, we want to give that one a chance and see if that one could possibly squeeze it, rip it, and run. KXIN, I believe, also did have some sort of press release this morning. It only has, again, a less than 1 million in float. That's the big thing. So let me actually, again, take a look right here. Do we have anything over on KXIN here this morning, traders? I want to see if there is, a reason on why this stock, the number one top gainer on the day, is getting the rip and run. So we actually had a press release yesterday. So if you guys see this, it says, actually, no, that was Tuesday, 11-25. So guys, do you guys see anything over on KXIN? KXIN is trading on a post-reverse stock split, 130 reverse stock split from what I see. So again, I'm not seeing any sort of news at this exact moment. There's nothing. The last press release was 11-25. There wasn't actually any sort of news right now at this moment. You can see top gainers on the day. KXIN is the current winner. But there's not anything that's like jumping up being like, oh, KXIN is the top gainer because of this, right? And I definitely want to make sure everyone understands that this is a play right here that might just come right back on down just because is there a reason it's up in the first place? For anyone that's been watching this live stream, how many times have you guys seen stocks go on very big rips and runs and then just come crashing right back on down if they don't have any sort of news? We see that happen almost every single day. Almost every single day, there is a stock like KXIN that spikes on up 50% but does not have any sort of credibility behind it. We do have a top gainer, 467. Top gainer, 467, 470. Now again, top gainer, 467.70. If you want to short this play right now, you can 100% do that. If again, you are thinking, hey, you know what? Let me have a stop loss at around 475. But I'm going to be honest with you guys here today. I don't really want to short today. I kind of want to look for a big time breakout. I kind of want to look for a big time spike today. Like I'm kind of more in that mood. I'm kind of more in the mood that I want to see if a stock is going to be able to absolutely just rip and run, take on off, get that big time hype and momentum and keep on pushing. Now, I do know we do have a press release that a lot of traders are waiting on at this moment, and it's also a stock that is halted at this time. Let's go over to, again, the NASDAQtrader.com/trading halts. Go to current trading halts. And right now, we actually have CAPR currently halted. Now, CAPR, this stock is currently halted, but it is going to be coming on out at either 745 or 750. I think 750 we're going to be getting unhalted here. And what this actually had was news pending. So if we take a look over on CAPR, what is the news pending over on this play, right? This stock, it says news pending, positive results from phase 3. The stock is currently halted. CAPR announces positive top-line results from phase 3 HOPE study in this muscular dystrophy. So we have a phase 3 press release at this moment. We could easily see CAPR start getting some ripping and running. And possibly, again, once this one opens on up, CAPR, this one does start going a little crazy. I mean, this is a $7 stock with positive phase 3 results. What I do want to do is go over to Yahoo Finance real quick. I just want to check out what the float is and see if this thing could possibly rip and run. Take a look right here. The float is 308,000. We have a float that's less than 1 million. We have a 308,000 in float stock on a press release that talks about positive top line results. If you guys are asking me right now, what is the play that I'm watching? What is the play that I'm going to be looking at? What is the play that I'm going to be mainly focused on coming up in the next 20 minutes or the next 10 minutes? It's going to be CAPR. We do have the word again, positive. Phase 3, the stock's halted because of the good news. Top of the line results on a stock that has less than 1 million in float. Ladies and gentlemen, what are we doing here? Obviously, this is where the attention is going to be at. Obviously, this is where in the next, let's say 10 minutes, people are going to be focused on. Now, I cannot guarantee that we are going to see a big time breakout here. I cannot guarantee that we are going to see a big spike or a big rip and run, but all I can say, and what I do think is going to happen, is a lot of action is going to move in on this play. And this is probably going to be the one that I am going to kind of go after and, see if this one is going to rip and run. Blueprint Train CAPR Webull is showing 38 million in float. That's the thing. Fox Runner is also showing 38 million in float, because little heads on up for you guys over on Fox Runner, I have my float 0 to 30 million, and CAPR isn't showing up here. So again, Fox Runner also has it at 38 million in float, but Yahoo Finance, for whatever reason, has it at under 1 million in float. Right? Let me see. Let me double check this. Was I looking at the wrong float then? Let me see. CAPR. Let's go to statistics here. If I was looking at the wrong float, it's on me. Statistics. CAPR. Okay. Yep, you guys are correct. I was looking at the wrong play. So it is 40 million in float. Okay. This changes things slightly. It may not get as that explosive type of move we want. 40 million in float. 38 million in float. So again, thank you for the heads on up, and thank you for my correction. Let's see how this opens on up. Let's see what CAPR does when this thing does start spiking, and let's see if this play is going to be able to get any sort of big rip and big run and big pop and big climb behind it. All right? So CAPR. Now what I will say, which was very cool and very neat, is again, do you guys all use the Fox Runner app now? So again, that's my dog. That's my fiance. But the whole point of it is not showing my fiance's head or my dog. The whole point is right here. When this press release came on out, the exact moment it came on out, keyword alert, phase and positive, CAPR. So again, it's really cool that these, again, press releases now are sent right to my phone. So again, I downloaded the Fox Runner app, and now again, I get every single keyword. So again, my keywords are phase, positive, agreement, treatments, things like that. Any press release that comes out with the word positive or phase or results or whatever I pick, I get a push notification to my phone. So again, that's actually how I found CAPR this morning. CAPR this morning, I got a notification set to my phone, and I saw CAPR coming on out with the results of phase 3. And I said, oh, wait, hold on, wait a minute. This thing, again, is starting to get some hype. So again, shout out to the Fox Runner team putting that together, and that is absolutely awesome. Super excited about that. What else do we have right now? HTOO starting to get a little bit of hype, guys. HTOO starting to get a little bit of buying volume. Stock did just get an upper shadow at the top. A lot of the times, these upper shadows getting these pops and rips, and then it's starting to reverse back on down. But HTOO does have news. Stock is starting to slowly get a little bit of squeeze. I want to see again what CAPR does at the start of today, though. I want to see like what CAPR, if this one is going to start getting some momentum, if CAPR is going to get some hype. Right now, HTOO is the fastest and hottest play at this moment. That's only 1.8 million in float. But notice what we have. Number 1 top gainer, KXIN, 950,000 in float. Number 2 top gainer, 990K in float. Number 3 top gainer, 1.8 million in float. Number 4 top gainer, CMCT, 2.51 million in float. Notice how, again, when you have these like low floats, guys, they just have better odds of spiking. 40 million in float is kind of like a 50-50 if this is going to spike or not. CAPR is by far the best press release today. Just a little heads on up. CAPR is by far the best press release today. But at the same time, we do want to make sure that every single trader is on top of this to see if this one does kind of open on up and start getting a little ripping and running. I'm excited to see what it does. I'm excited to see what it does today. Right now here, traders. Let's see what kind of gets the momentum on this day. Let's see what starts squeezing and spiking on this day. Let's see what gets the hype on this day. Let's see what wakes up. We got 5 minutes until CAPR gets unhalted. So just a little heads on up for every single person. CAPR does get unhalted in 5 minutes. You guys can always check this by heading on over to the NASDAQ Trader Holts. And of course, going over and seeing what is currently halted. So part of my morning strategy is looking to see, like, is there any big news that's currently halted? And you guys can see CAPR getting unhalted at 7:50. STRO also, again, going to be getting unhalted at 9 o'clock. So again, you could see if you hover over it, it says news pending. News pending right here. Good morning, traders. Good morning, traders. Now, what is going to happen on CAPR right now? Is there anyone here? Let's ask the question, guys. Let's ask the tough questions. Is there anyone here that's going to, the moment this opens on up, CAPR, you're going to buy it? Is there anyone here that's going to say, we know it's a positive phase 3 trial. We know that this is exactly what we look for. I mean, traders, I'm not going to argue with you on that fact whatsoever at all. If you are saying, what do we look for in a hot press release? We look for these words, right? These are the hot key words right here. We do have, again, 3-star word, positive. 3-star word, phase 3. 3-star word or 4-star word, reaching endpoints. Top of the line, data, positive, phase 3. I mean, these are some of the top words that we like to look for in a press release to know that it's good. CAPR looks like it's going to be gapping up towards around $10. There's only one issue with this play, and you guys already know it. The one issue with CAPR this morning is the fact that this play is a 40 million in float stock. Sometimes when stocks are 20, 30, 40, 50, 100 million in float, they do not spike as well. And that is simply enough just because it needs more hype. It needs more buying volume. It's not like a very tiny, small play. Now, you guys can see right here, PHVS is 61 million in float. Again, it didn't really spike. It more had a gap up and then kind of move sideways. Right, here's 154 million in float. Here's again POET. You know, AEO last night, just a little heads on up, came out with an earnings report. So again, if you guys were not aware, AEO last night did come out with an earnings report. Stock went from $20 up to $24. Cindy Sweeney selling those jeans. You know what I'm talking about. They got some extra sales. So those extra sales came on in over on AEO. That was American Eagle. And again, that play is currently sitting at around $23. Little heads up for you guys. So let's again see what we have with CAPR though. CAPR, this one's going to be interesting. Now, we also do have the 200-day moving average back on down towards around the price of $9. Maybe we look to see if it gaps up, falls back on down, maybe get a dip buy around that $9 mark. Right, that could be something like cool. So maybe again we have it. Let's see if this gaps up in the next like 2 minutes to 10.10. Like if we go from 10.10, maybe pull back down towards $9 and then shoot back up to $10. That could be really awesome. That could make us some money. HTOO, still one of the top dogs out there. HTOO, still one of the top dogs, still one of the top plays over on HTOO right now. Right now here, traders, we are seeing what we got. CAPR is going to be opening on up in about a minute and a half. I'm leaning forward, trying to look at my computer screen. To be frank with you, I can't see anything in these. All right? I can't see half the shit I'm looking at while wearing sunglasses indoors. People say, why don't you take them off? And I say, well, why don't you? Well, I'm not wearing. Well, maybe we should start wearing them. All right? I got sensitive eyes. And you know what? I'm also going to say this. If I'm going to be spending $15,300 on a pair of sunglasses, you better believe I'm going to wear them absolutely everywhere. Everywhere. I was at Thanksgiving dinner the other week wearing these. My fiance's wife said, not my fiance's wife, that would be interesting. My fiance's mother said, hey, why don't you take off the sunglasses? And I said, why don't you go stuff the turkey? That was the end of that conversation. Here we go. 750. Let's see what CAPR does. Possible dip buy opportunities coming on up. Anita, you need therapy. Maybe I do. Maybe I do. And you know what? I'm going to keep that. I'm going to keep that right in the back of my mind. We're going to figure that out one day. We're going to work on this. CAPR right here. Let's see what we have. This one should be opening on up in less than a minute. All eyes. CAPR has, again, orders up towards $11 at this point. If we do get a pullback, it's going to be, I think, pullback towards the 200-day moving average. CAPR, positive phase 3 trials. CAPR, opening on up in the less than 30 seconds. CAPR, bids are all the way up to 1156. CAPR should be open right now. It is 750 at this time. Keep your eyes peeled on it. We do have the NASDAQ trader / trading halt saying that this play is going to get live at the time of 7:50. CAPR came out with a press release at 7:15. Did have, again, news pending, news released, and now we're going to have the resumption time. What time is this stock coming to life? 7:50. 7:50 is when CAPR is supposed to be going live. Right now it is 7:50. So this should be going live any second at this moment. CAPR is currently sitting at the price of $7, but the bid and ask is all the way up towards $11.56. This stock, we are expecting that it is going to be having a $3 plus move at this time. Now, if it does have that big move, I am expecting a little bit of a pullback. If we do have a pullback, I do think we're going to be able to get bounce plays off the 200-day moving average. We're going to go from $7, gap up towards around $11.56. I think that's too big of a gap up. People are going to take profits. We could get a dip buy opportunity off of this play. Now, why am I going to be looking for a dip buy? Because no matter what, this is a really good press release. Remember, this is a good, solid press release across the board. It literally states right here, positive phase CAPR announces positive top-line results from pivotal phase 3 HOPE study. Ignore the girl, ignore the dog. Focus on the news. CAPR now gapping up to $12.50. Bids all the way up at $12.50 over on CAPR. So CAPR looks like it's going to be the stock that's going to steal the morning hype. It's supposed to be live right now. Bids are now at bids are now at $13. Right now, bids are now at $13 over on CAPR. Bids right here. This is where I'm seeing. So again, is CAPR really going to have this big of a gap up? Guys, bids now are at $17. CAPR looks like it's going to be gapping up $10 at this point. Is this news that good? Like, is the news that incredible? Let's take a look real quickly. I want to read into this here a second. CAPR, taking a look at the news right here. Let's open this full article. Let's bring it on over. It says, CAPR announces positive top-line results from Phase 3. Pivotal Phase 3 double-binded shows again statistical significance. We also have, again, significance was achieved. Results demonstrate meaningful significance. I mean, this could be a really big press release here, guys. This could be a really big press release. So let's just see what happens when this one does open on up. And we, again, kind of see like, all right, hey, where's the stock going to be going towards next? This seems like this will be the winner of the day. Over on CAPR, this looks like this will be, again, the stock that the majority of traders are going to be focused on. Let's see what this one does when it comes on out here. HTOO, still one of the best plays of the day. HTOO currently up 31%. We're going to see if that one is going to be able to continue to spike and rip and run. Get that good climb. Get that good momentum. I want to put down the first margarita of the day. Now again, CAPR back to the bids of $30. I think no matter what, CAPR, I still look for that dip buy at around like $9. No matter where it opens. If this opens at 10, if it opens at 13, if it opens at 17, I still think I'm going to be looking for that dip buy at around that 200-day moving average area. So it's a guessing game for everyone. No one in the world knows where CAPR is going to open on up. I will say, however, guys, I'm pretty jacked up on this day. I want to be making some money today. Don't you guys? I want to be making some cash today. I want to be going after it here today. I want to be, again, making that money today. Let's get ourselves excited. Let's see where the momentum truly is going to take us. We have, again, a brand new press release wave coming on up at 8 o'clock a.m. So 8 o'clock a.m., brand new press release wave. Hopefully CAPR also gets halted at 8 o'clock a.m. I don't know where this is going to open. My target, my goal is to get filled right next to, again, the 200-day moving average, which is at the price of 903. If we gap up, I'm looking for pullback. This should be the floor. So I'm just going to stick to that. Now, if we take a look at the NASDAQ trader, it says this stock should be unhalted already. It's not. So, again, that's kind of throwing out the randomness. Reese, the last positive top line phase 3 stock went from the 18 area to $200. I mean, again, positive phase 3 on a pharmaceutical stock sometimes, again, so if you guys don't know about this, if you want to think about a biopharmaceutical stock, let's just think about what that is first. A biopharmaceutical stock is going to be a medical stock. It is going to be a company that essentially is looking for a cure, is looking for a treatment, is basically looking to change the way people handle an illness or a sickness or a disease. Now, there are hundreds of thousands of biopharmaceutical stocks. A lot of them promise things that will not happen. We're going to find the cure to cancer. We're going to find the cure to MS. We're going to find the cure to Alzheimer's, whatever it may be. They get some investments. They might get, a little bit of success, and the stock goes on a crazy rip and run. Some of the biggest spikes in the entire stock market that has ever happened are usually from biopharmaceutical companies. Stocks that are extremely undervalued, such as maybe a $6 or $7 stock that says, hey, we just cured Alzheimer's. We just figured out a cure for it. No one will ever have Alzheimer's again. What do you think CAPR would do? CAPR would go from $7 all the way up towards $500. People would become 100 millionaires in a day. Now, I have seen plays like that before. People that come out with different cures or people that come out with different treatments where a stock will go from $7 to $100 plus. It happens. Does it happen often? No, it does not. But every now and then you do get a press release of someone having success on positive phase 3 or reaching their endpoints. Now, their endpoints means that they have accomplished what they want. So let's imagine their stock XYZ. XYZ says, we are going to try to be able to find the cure for whatever you want to think of. Let's just say MS. We are going to try to find the cure to MS. Phase 1 is the smallest phase. Phase 1 usually doesn't bring in much hype. Let's think about phase 1 as almost just like gathering a plan. We're going to, again, gather up our game plan, gather up all our equipment, our materials. That's phase 1. Hey, we have success. Phase 2 means you're actually working on the product. Let's imagine phase 2 as more, again, like working on mice. Hey, we're seeing success on mice. That's good news. Phase 3 would be actually applying it on human trials. Now, that is not obviously the correct definition. Gathering supplies, practicing on mice, and then again having phase 3 success on human trials. But that's just an easy way to think about it. Phase 1 isn't really too much. Phase 2 is, again, a big breakthrough. Phase 3 is, again, you did it. You did what you want, and that's what's going to make investors happy. So when we see CAPR has positive results, statistical significance, we've done it on phase 3, it usually does lead to like an 80, 100, maybe again 1,000% gap up on how big the news actually is. Not every phase 3 press release is going to go crazy, by the way. Okay, it depends on what it's for, what they're curing, how they did. You could say to yourself, hey, we want to go ahead and do something very simple and have positive phase 1, phase 2, phase 3. Obviously, the bigger the news, the bigger, again, something you're doing, the more reaction it's going to get. But it seems like CAPR right here is going to have a pretty decent reaction where this stock could gap up 100% to kind of kick off the day. So, just things like that. Guys, little heads on up. Is CAPR not live yet? And it is 8 o'clock right now. Let's see if anything goes crazy. We do have a CLNN. I'm trying to look significant. I always like that word significant. No buying volume on CLNN just yet. LIXT, I'm trying to see where the buying. If you guys see approval over on APYX. Nope, nothing there. receives acceptance over on GIG. GIG maybe gets a little bit of hype. We also do have, again, a fast track. IXHL. Guys, IXHL, first stock, little penny stock right here. IXHL, first buying volume moving on in, does have a fast track press release. FDA fast track. A company's trying to get FDA approval. When a stock gets FDA approval, it's good to go. You can market it. But again, a lot of times you need a fast track to get to approval quicker. People do like seeing fast tracks. Fast track is a good little keyword right there. That's why it's highlighted. Stock did just go from 40 cents up to 45 cents. Very small micro cap play. What else do we have here? AGRZ, anything big that you guys are seeing? I'm not seeing. Fast Track's the biggest press release so far. Oh, whoopsie. APYX. I'm just kind of bouncing around the 8 o'clock press releases to see if there is one that kind of went a little wild. JUNS, maybe keep that on the back burner right now. JUNS, first year as a public company, entering 2026 as a power clinical momentum. That's not, I mean, let's see if it breaks like the 50-day moving average. I don't think we have anything too big right now at the 8 o'clock press release. CLNN, again, significant approval. Significant approval. I do like that press release. CLNN does have good keywords. Not much buying volume right now. Not much buying volume at this moment, but CLNN does probably have the best press release out of 8 o'clock with, again, this approval that is happening, but again, very low on buying volume. I would still be aware of it, though. AGRZ, nothing there. Fast track over on IXHL. I think we're fine right now, traders. I don't think there's anything that we got to be putting ourselves involved in. I don't think there's anything that we got to do right now at this moment. So IXHL still a top dog. We're still watching CAPR team to open on up. Little heads on up as well. The S&P 500. We're getting ready and hopefully seeing the S&P 500 get ourselves up towards around that 690 mark. Let's get that spike. Let's get that rip and run. Let's get that buying volume. Let's get that attention. Let's get that hype. Let's get that next leg. Let's see again that hype and momentum continue to squeeze here. So right here, traders, we are getting very, very close to the S&P 500 record highs. Now, what's the highest? What is the highest point of the S&P 500, traders? When we take a look over on the SPY here, S&P 500, the 52-week high is 489.70. Right now, we're at 483.50. We're getting there. December is supposed to be a 1.5% gaining month on average. So if we take a look at the S&P 500 monthly performance, we do know that December is one of the best months out there. Okay? Take a look right now. S&P 500 monthly performances, 1.31% on average. December is usually a great month, right? We could take a look. Oh, didn't mean to click it. Let me go back right here. We do have, again, December is a great month. July is a great month. April is a great month. January is a great month. We should be seeing this market close this year off at record highs. Right now at this time, if we take a look over on the S&P 500, sitting S&P 500 year to date, we're up 16.5%. Not a bad year at all. Not a bad year at all. A 16.5% gain on the year. That's not too shabby here, ladies and gentlemen, is it? That's not too bad at this time. So when you guys take a look over on the S&P 500, we have gone on almost 3 years in a row of 20%, 20%, 20%. We went 2023 around a 20% gain, 2024, 22% gain, and now 2025 around a 17% gain. Over the last 3 years, the S&P 500 has moved up nearly 60%. Pretty wild to be thinking about, right? Now, again, we know that, like Bitcoin's been struggling, though. If you guys say, oh, I invested in Bitcoin in the beginning of 2025, you're actually almost even. You're down 0.5% if you invested in Bitcoin in the beginning of the year. You got yourself involved in Bitcoin, 0% return. Now, it all balances out. Bitcoin can give you like an average of 60, 70% return on investment, right? There's years that Bitcoin has gone on, 300, 400% returns. This is the issue with Bitcoin. And again, I like crypto. I like Bitcoin. The issue with, again, Bitcoin is pretty soon, it's getting to the point that it's so big, those 300% returns are over. The thing is, when you're involved in Bitcoin, once like Bitcoin starts getting to 100, 150,000, and I do believe Bitcoin will go on up, not in 2026, but I do believe Bitcoin will hit new record highs. It's not the top. It's going to go up forever. But what I'm telling you guys is that, it's getting to the point that it's so big now, it kind of falls almost in line with the S&P 500. Yes, Bitcoin is more volatile. Yes, you will still see, again, big years where you have a 60% return or a 50% return. But as it gets bigger and bigger and bigger, it's almost falling in line with the S&P 500 of just getting a 10, 20, 15% return. So again, as something gets bigger, it's going to be harder to get as big of a return. Same exact thing with like NVIDIA. We like NVIDIA a lot. We all love NVIDIA. But as, again, it keeps going higher and higher and higher and higher, it's just going to be harder to keep getting such a big return. Could NVIDIA go up to $400, $500, $1,000? Absolutely. But again, being so big already over the last 2 years, it's going to be very difficult to be able to continue to see this play go up higher and higher and higher. So that's why a lot of times, what's the riskiest investments? The riskiest investments are going to be the smaller ones. But the smaller ones are the ones that can pay out the most. Such as, this year, Palantir. Palantir, everyone wanted to get involved in this play. Palantir, again, early last year into the beginning of this year, it's gone on a 250, 300% move. The stock's gone on such a great climb because it was small and then became a massive mover. So it's like, what in 2025 is small right now, or 2026 is small right now, but it's going to become that massive mover? Maybe OKLO? OKLO, $30, came up to $200, now back down to $93. Could this turn into that massive mover? A lot of times massive movers are plays that we kind of already know about, and we're like, oh, are we late to it? And then it goes up even higher. Like, for instance, I could imagine SoFi. I've known about SoFi for the last 2 years. And SoFi goes from $10 to $30. And we might say to ourselves, are we late to SoFi? And next thing you know, it's all the way up to $75. So it's like, no, SoFi you're not late to in any sort of way. Right? This one could keep going higher and higher. I mean, Hood's been incredible. Hood's gone from $50 up to $150. Are we late on, again, Hood? Again, we're not late on this play. Is it, did it spike a lot? Absolutely. But this could be a play in 2026 that goes up to $400. You know what I mean? So it's like, a lot of times we try to look for something small that could go on a massive rip and run. Obviously, that's tough to be able to figure out, though. So we are still sitting here. Guys, look at CAPR all the way up now to 2482. I mean, we are all the way up to 2482 at this point. That thing is up there. That thing is high. That thing is way up there at this moment, eh? That thing's way up there at this moment, eh? Yeah? Yeah? Hey, if you guys have not yet, hit that thumbs on up. Smash that thumbs on up right here and right now. You guys are all set, ready to rock and roll. Traders, as you guys do know, I just want to make sure there's no confusion in any sort of way. Next week, I will be out of the office, guys. Again, I've talked about this, but I just want to make sure that you guys, as my team, as again, my online family, you guys know of this. I do, and I am getting married on Saturday. And then next week, I am again having my honeymoon. I am going to Hawaii after, right after my wedding this weekend. So I will actually be gone next week. Little heads on up for you guys. Obviously, again, I hate missing work. Obviously, I want to be able to live stream. I want to be able to help you. I want to see you guys grow. I want to make sure that you guys are getting better and better every single day. But again, I am getting married this weekend. And again, I am spending all the next week and a half over in Hawaii. I will again start streaming the following Monday. Just a little heads up for every single person. Okay? So, want to make sure that you guys are good. Want to make sure that you guys understand that. So that's why I really want to have an absolutely awesome next again today and tomorrow to really again try to make as much money as we can. We obviously know CAPR is the stock that the majority of traders are going to be focusing on and looking at. That's the one again that we want to be focused and looking at as well. And again, thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much for all the congratulations. And people say, hey, how did you find love? How did you find love in this world and this economy? And it's very simple. Just one of those mail order brides. She's coming over from Yugoslavianistan. Where is that? I don't know. But she is the best. Little heads on up. VRAX. Great squeeze right here. VRAX. Starting to, again, get a nice squeeze. Another little microcap play. I will say VRAX, this is going to be a play. 80 cents will always be very strong resistance. It's just one of those weird things, guys. Don't ask me why, because I can't give you a legitimate answer. But a lot of times, 80 cents always holds up as very strong resistance. Let me just see real quick. Inquire all 6,000 shares. Can I get 6,000 shares on this play? 6,000 shares for 22 bucks. I'm going to click OK. Did I get VRAX 6,000 shares accepted? 6,000 shares accepted. VRAX, if this one starts going up to 80 cents, this would be a play that we want to be watching. Now, again, I don't want to take my eyes off of against CAPR, so I'm going to leave CAPR on the level 2. But I will say, if VRAX starts going up to 75, 76, 77, I will get myself ready and get myself involved over on this play. We got to kind of turn our attention over to VRAX right now. VRAX, guys, it's just one of those things that a lot of times I do see 80 cents being a very strong resistance line. So I am going to actually start looking for some possible shorts all in this 80 cent region and see if the stock is going to start turning and fading and falling. So guys, I'm actually getting in right here and right now. Going to be watching this one closely. Let me again bring this on over. I don't know why this looks different today. Oh, I brought over the wrong thing. So hold on a second. Let me bring this on out. And guys, I'm in on this play right now. So I am actually going to be shorting right now VRAX. 4,000 shares I'm in on. Usually we do see pullbacks in this area. So I'm actually in right now. Little heads on up for every single person. I am just going to kind of stick with this, that I do think after going from 40 cents up towards around 83 cents, we are going to see a pullback. We're up 110 cents. Usually in that 80 cent area, we usually see some sort of drops. So right now, my cost basis, 81.17. 5,000 shares at this moment. Going to be watching to see if we can crack underneath 80 cents and kind of fall back on down to like 70 cents. If we can get like a 10-cent drop right here, make again a quick little $500 in profit, that could be absolutely gorgeous. That could be absolutely amazing. So I'm going to see if, again, we could get a little bit of a drop and a fade. I am short right now on VRAX. Why am I short? Stock went from, again, 40 cents up to 88 cents. We are up 112%. After having a 112% gain and a little bit of an upper shadow, I do know a lot of times we do start turning around that 80 cent mark. Now, also, if we start holding and breaking and start going higher, how high can we go? $1. $1 is the next target for traders. Little heads up for you guys. So first trade in on right now. As you guys know, first trade of the day. Sitting on this bad boy. Watching to see what VRAX is going to do. And if we are going to get that reversal and dump on down. Obviously, what would I like my target to be? I would like my target over on VRAX to be back on down towards like, 72 cents or so. If I can make, a nice little $500 profit or so right here, I think that could be an absolutely amazing way to kind of kick off my day. We do have what I do like a lot of times is a little bit of an upper shadow. So we just had a very big spike. We have an upper shadow forming, aka a lot of times planting the flag on the top of the mountain. And then we usually head back down the opposite side of the mountain. So I always give that example. You climb up the mountain, you have the upper shadow, you put it at the very tippity top, and then a lot of times you head back on down the opposite side of the mountain. So what I would like to see right here is if VRAX start turning and dumping and start, actually crashing on down towards, what would be a great target somewhere in this region. Somewhere sub 75 cents. Sub 75 cents is what I would like to see over on VRAX. Be able to pay me on out, get myself in the green, make me some money. So right now here, traders, we're basically just sitting even on this one. But let's see if we get that crack. Let's see if we get that sell-off. I want to see that nice dump. Target would be, again, 75 cent region. Guys, up 160. That's our profit right there, the unrealized gain. Unrealized gain is the profit. But again, let's just say, even if this stock does start moving its way back on up, what can you guys realize? Well, again, we do have trouble right around 80 cents. Even if we do break and we start going up even higher. The thing is, again, we have trouble around 80 cents. It's one of those weird things, just always write down. Whenever a stock goes from, again, 40, 50, 60 cents up to 80, you might go higher, but you always have some weird little trouble, at least right around 80 cents, okay? Now, as you guys know, CAPR is still the top stock I want to focus on here today. CAPR is still one of the top stocks I want to focus on right now. VARX, let's see if we can still get this dump. Let's see if VARX can get that dump and fade. Little bull flag pattern could be forming. Small little bull flag pattern forming. Guys, let's see if we get that dump. Come on, dump on down. There we go. All right, guys. Hey, good job. All right, I'm just going to take a quick little $200 to kick off my day. All right? Quick little $200, kick off the day for everyone. So I'm giving you appetizers right now. Right now, guys, I'm serving up a little French little white wine. That's all I'm doing right now. Before we bring out the main dish. Let's just take a quick little $200 profit for everyone. Okay? Let's just warm it up. Warm up the taste buds. Let's get a little spread going. Let's be able to kind of do a little finger picking at this moment. Okay? Good little start right there. Good little start at this moment. So, nice little, again, drop. Let's go back over to CAPR, where we know, again, the majority of traders are focused on. It is currently 8:17 in the market right here and right now. Kind of bouncing around right now at this moment. Seeing what is going to be happening. I know right now at this time, Martin Shkreli. For anyone who does not know, Martin Shkreli is a very big shorter. He's one of those, he was arrested and thrown in prison when he bought that one pharmaceutical drug, hiked it on up. That was back in like 2019. Do you guys remember this guy? Right now, he is basically shorting CAPR. He goes, CAPR is capping again. You know, saying, so basically, just a little heads on up. CAPR just came out with this great press release saying positive drug trials, positive this, positive that. Martin, who's a very big shorter, is saying they're lying. It's not that good. It's saying, again, you know, like this stock's going to have a gap up and become a big short. He's saying CAPR improvement is a 3% improvement versus a placebo. So they're saying their drug is a 3% improvement against something that's other than placebo. It's all fake. It's all fugazi. This isn't real. So again, just a little heads on up. Martin right here is actually going to be looking for CAPR to open on up and short it right back on down. Also, if you guys are still shorting VRX guys starting to get that reversal. Everyone write that down though. Just a little heads on up to make you guys a better trader. Whenever you see a stock go from 40 cents, 50 cents to 60 cents, and then goes up to 80 cents. So anything like 50 cents or around that area, 80 cents will always hold up as a resistance line. Always. Now remember, I cannot say that means it will always reverse, but you always have some sort of trouble around 80 cents. Usually when I see a 100% spiker, 80 cents is always going to be like my starting target. 80 cents is always going to be where I'm willing to jump in. If it breaks above that, my next entry is usually $1. So the main areas to kind of look for on a sub $1 play is going to be $1 and 80 cents. Those are going to kind of be like the two areas that are going to be tough, okay? Right now, though, at this time, VRAX, a little bit of a bull flag setup. And we're still waiting on CAPR. All right, CAPR. Guys, can you guys give me I got to take a quick little 5-minute break right here. I just have to answer this quick phone call. We'll be all good, little wedding thing. So again, I just got a quick little 5-minute phone call here, and then we are going to be getting right back on after it. So I want to be back on the mic before 8:30. Obviously, we're going to be getting ready for a big day ahead. It's going to be absolutely, the best. Crushing. I'm just going to put a quick little 10-minute countdown right here, but we'll be right back on the mic. I just got to, do this very quickly, and we'll be all set, ready to go. All right? CAPR, our #1 stock to watch. CAPR, our #1 stock to focus on. Give me 1 minute. We'll be right back on the mic. And again, let's get ready for an awesome day ahead. Let's do it, traders.
In my bedroom. I'm screaming out, fuck that. Put your hands up, put your hands up. Let's give it up.
Now this looks like a job for me, so everybody just follow me, cause we need a little controversy, cause it feels so empty without me. I said this looks like a job for me, so everybody just follow me, cause we need a little controversy, cause it feels so empty without me.
Cancer.
And when the night falls, loneliness calls. Oh, I wanna dance with somebody. I wanna feel like it with somebody. Yeah, I wanna dance with somebody. With somebody who loves me.
Last night we let the liquor talk. I can't remember everything we said, but we said it all. You told me that you wish I was somebody you never met. But baby, baby, something's telling me this ain't over yet. No way it was our last night. No way it was our last
I
night.
wanna feel the need with
No
somebody.
way it was the last night. No way it was our last night.
That motherfucker back there is not real. So I'll put my faith in something unknown. I'm living on the side but I'm tired of hope with nothing to hold. I'm living on the side
Yeah, bitch, I said what I said. I'd rather be famous instead. I let all that get to my head. I don't care, I think it's on dead. Bitch, I said what I said. I'd rather be famous instead. I let all that get to my head. I don't care, I think it's on dead.
anything and everything you
Yeah,
have done.
bitch, I said what I said. I'd rather be famous instead. I let all that get to my head. I don't care, I think it's on dead. Bitch, I said what I said. I'd rather be famous instead. I let all that get to my head. I don't care, I think it's on dead.
Take it up. Slow, steady, undress. Impress. Take it up. Slow, steady, undress. Success.
You got a fast car, and I wanna take it to anywhere. Maybe we make a deal. Maybe together we can get somewhere. Any place is better. Starting from zero, got nothing to lose. Maybe we'll make something. Me, myself, I got nothing to prove. I ain't proud of all the punches that I've thrown. In the name of someone I no longer know. For the shame of being young, drunk and alone. Traffic lights in the transmitter radio. So I remember when we were driving in your car. Speed so fast, it felt like I was drunk. I And I'm feeling it, I belong.
I love it. I got this feeling on the summer day when you were gone. I pressed my car into the grid. I watched I let it burn. I threw your shit into a bag and pushed it down the stairs. I crashed my car into the bridge. I don't care.
Can't you tell that I want you? I say it. I would want myself. Let me please, my baby. I'll put you through hell. Just to know me, yeah. So sure of yourself. Baby, don't get greedy. That shit want it well. Ooh, and well.
I can't explain. I got a feeling that I can't erase. Just a feeling that I won't leave behind because it's something that it's on my mind. I guess it goes like na 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 na
Myself, let me please, my baby. I'll put you through hell. Just to know me, yeah.
I call this cappuccino.
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, 7 days a week. Every hour, every minute, every second, night after night. I'll be fucking you for 7 days.
Yeah, man, I need ways. Tell me something all day. Someday. Yeah, it hurts to say, but I want you to stay. Sometimes. I don't fuck with you. You little stupid ass bitch, I ain't fucking with you. You little dumb ass bitch, I ain't fucking with you. I got a million straight things I'd rather fucking do than to be fucking with you. Little stupid ass, I don't give a fuck, I don't give a fuck, I don't give a fuck, bitch. I don't give a fuck about you or anything that you do. Don't give a fuck about you or anything that you do, bitch. I don't give a fuck, I don't give a fuck, I don't give a fuck, bitch. I don't give a fuck about you or anything that you do. Don't give a fuck about you, bitch. I don't fuck with you.
Sunday, bloody Sunday. Sunday, bloody Sunday. Sunday, bloody Sunday.
You're still the one I run to, the one that I belong to. You're still the one I want for life. Still the one.
Sunday, bloody Sunday. Sunday, bloody Sunday.
You're still the one I kiss goodnight.
Attention Walmart, this is Gail Lewis signing out.
Placement. Cancelled. Significant.
Yeah, about to catch another fight. The apple bottom make him wanna bite.
All right, traders, gather up. We are back, baby. We are back. All right. Whew. You know what I'm also happy about, traders? Take a look. VRAX right now. VRX coming up towards, again, $1. Good thing, again, we locked in our profits when we have them. That's one of those big things about trading. Lock in profits when you have them. Be a smart trader. Walk away a winner. Things that, like, not too many people do. Traders, CAPR, we are still halted. It is currently 8:30 in the market. We are still halted at this time. Hey, just so I know everyone's here, can I just see everyone in the chat room right now? Can I see every single person in the chat at this moment? Can we get a good old Deckmart trades? Ah! Oh, oh, oh. Good morning. Can we match the energy? Match the enthusiasm? Can we start standing up and dancing a little bit? It's Christmas time in the city. I want to get everyone, again, jacked on up. Getting ready to party here today. ARTL starting to squeeze itself on up here a little bit. ARTL, guys. ARTL came out at 8:30. 3-star press release. Announces a publication of demonstrating its acid-binding protein 5. So whenever you do have, again, a demonstrating press release, that also does bring in hype. That also does bring in momentum. Again, think about it. Does anyone ever say, hey, let me demonstrate something that doesn't work? Has anyone ever done that before? Hey, can we put on a demonstration for you? I'm going to do a backflip. Okay, do it. Well, I don't know how to do a backflip. Sick demonstration, right? People like to demonstrate things they're proud of, things that they accomplished, things that other people have not accomplished. That's why, again, you demonstrate it to show off, to show, hey, look what we can achieve. So ARTL demonstrating is one of those good keywords. That's why it's highlighted, to be able to bring in hype and momentum, get traders going. So right now, ARTL spike, upper shadow. What do we know after the upper shadows? We usually climb the mountain, put it at the very tippity top, and then again, we usually see a reversal back on down. So what do we have at this moment here, traders? Climb the mountain. When you get to the very tippity top of the mountain, you plant a flag at the top, letting everyone know that you've made it. You usually head back down the opposite side. That's usually, again, right here. Spike, have the upper shadow. This usually indicates we are going to have a reversal. Doesn't mean we're going to dump all the way back down to nothing, but it always indicates that we are going to see a red candle coming on up. Okay? So ARTL, still one we got to watch. Still, number one top dog on the day, though, is VRAX. VRAX, what did I say? Main resistance lines are going to be 80 cents. Next major resistance line is going to be $1. Those are your two main resistance lines when looking at stocks. Underneath, again, like the sub-micro cap play. $1, very strong resistance at this time. I mean, we've been waiting for, what now? We've been waiting for an hour and 2 hours for CAPR. Let's see here, guys. Martin goes, my next biotech short is COPR. So he just put this out, guys, 10:02 a.m. Wait, when was that? Oh, that was on November. Okay, so look at this, guys. This is Martin. Martin last week goes, my next biotech short is CAPR. I wrote a 46-page report on the issue facing CAPR in the next few days. Few days to Hope 3, AK Cope 3 will study report. It will not work. This is the company's only asset. So just a little heads up for you guys. I know we are all watching CAPR. There's a lot of people right now saying CAPR will not work. CAPR could have a massive gap up to $35, and it's just going to be a massive short. So basically, the Twitter world right now, okay, is saying CAPR, this is going to have a massive gap up and then just come crashing right back on down. All right. So let's see CAPR. I want to actually see right now. CAPR. Let's maybe get shorts now before they get too expensive. So let me again see CAPR here. You know, I would say 500 shares. If it gaps up to $35, 500 shares is more than enough. So let's go CAPR 500 shares. CAPR 500 shares. Locate lowest. Click cancel. Guys, CAPR shares are only $4. I'm going to click OK. CAPR, I am now accepted. CAPR 500 shares accepted. Good to go. All right. So traders, now what do I do? Okay, let's think about this. CAPR, we already know that this is one of these plays that every single person is looking to see, is this going to gap up and spike? We're seeing bids at around $35 at this time. How high can this possibly get up towards? Well, we are going from $7 and the bids are at $35. You know what? I think I'm just going to play it super safe. 500 shares, limit order, and put it at like 47. Right? And I'm going to click short right there. So what I am essentially doing at this moment is if CAPR opens on up and it has gone from the price of $7, opens up at the price of $35, right? Which is, let's just go back to like a weekly chart here. Opens on up above this old spiking high. Have we even been that high? $35. So if we open on up like all the way up here, I am going to put a entry at $40 or $47. So, you know, what we're seeing at this moment is I'm going to put my entry all the way up here. If we go, and I just can't make this any more clear, I can't make this any more simple. The stock is at $7 at this moment, ladies and gentlemen. $7. That's nothing. If the stock goes from $7 and truly gaps up to 35, and I get filled all the way up near around like 47, I mean, I'll give it a chance. If a stock that has, again, this drug is, again, having this big gap up and going on a 500% increase, I'll give it a chance for a short. I'll give it a chance for, again, 500 shares and try to make, let's say, $4 or $5 grand today. So, hey, CAPR, I just want to go ahead and let you know where I'm at. I want to go ahead and let you know what I'm thinking. LTRN right now. LTRN positive phase 1 results. Notice that's, again, phase 1 results at this time. So let's see right now at this moment. I'm just going to type out CAPR. All right, I want to kind of type this out here together. CAPR. Halted at 7 a.m. Eastern time this morning from, and let's just get the actual article. So let's say bids right now are at $35. Even if this news is legit, a 500% plus increase is still worth the short for me. I will place entries near $50. And if we truly see this area, I will look to short shares for a very strong pullback. So basically, CRPR halted at 7 a.m. this morning from this news has come on out. Bids right now are at $35. Even if this news is legit, a 500% increase is still worth the short for me. I will place entries near $50, and if we truly see this area, I will look to short shares for a very strong pullback. That's what I'm looking to do, guys. I'm thinking, again, this one is going to be one of those plays that is going to have a massive gap up, and then it's just going to have a massive sell-off. I think it's going to be one of those plays that has a massive gap up, and then again, everyone's just going to kind of sell it right on off. It's going to see that nice drop back on down, see that weakness. Right now, also, CAPR is the #1 stock trending over on StockTwits. So again, taking a look over on CAPR, CAPR, #1 stock trending on StockTwits at this moment. Today's going to be interesting. What do you guys think about today? CAPR could be a great wedding gift to you. It could be. Let's think about this, guys. CAPR is either going to be an amazing wedding gift, or I'm just not going to get married anymore this weekend. It's one or the other. It's either I am going to make a shit ton of money off CAPR today when this one opens on up, maybe gets that quick little pop and then dump back on down, or it's going to take all my money away and I'm not going to go this weekend. Okay? One or the other. When is the halt be lifted? Well, the halt was supposed to be lifted at 7:50. So just a little heads on up. You know, CAPR was supposed to be live at 7:50. The stock came out with a press release at 7 a.m. It was supposed to get unhalted at 7:50. It just has yet to be unhalted. Yet to be unhalted. I was alerted on this one this morning. And I was actually on my phone this morning. It was at 7:20, I believe it came on out. So this was actually alerted on my phone because I do always get all the keyword alerts from Fox Runner now on the app where phase and positive. So again, this was keyword alert, phase and positive, CAPR. CAPR announces positive top line results on phase 3. And the moment that I saw this, I started saying, "Ooh, let me go check it on out." I checked it on out. I noticed CAPR was halted. The moment CAPR was halted, I was like, all right, it's probably going to build up a lot of attention. And now every single person is saying, oh, wow, CAPR, we'll keep, let's see what happens on this one. Mello, there's a conference call right now on CAPR. Mello, if you could drop that link or anything that you can, see, definitely we'd love to be able to check that on out. But we appreciate you, Mello. Appreciate your support. Appreciate all you do. But yeah, if I could get 500 shares on CAPR, that would, again, I mean, I could make a lot of money. Or I could lose a lot of money. VRAX going from $1 back on down to $8. KXIN, CLS, SMX. Right now, it's still the CAPR show. And again, we don't know when this is going to get unhalted. That's why I just have it on my level 2 right now. I have it on my level 2 because we don't know when this is going to get unhalted. We don't know, again, what's going to happen here. What's this? Mello. Yep, again, this is right now, again, the press release. I don't know if there's a conference call we can, listen into. So what is this? To do, participants can dial in. You can dial in numbers and listen or click call me link for instant telephone access. Let's click this right here. Let's see where this takes us. To participate via webcast, click here. The thing is, I kind of hate listening to conference calls. I really do, guys. 99% of conference calls is just it sounds like we're on walkie-talkies from the early 2000s. Does this conference call sound like it? It'll be like, hey, what do you think of, the drug trials? And it's just
the drug trials are pretty. We're working on better treatments in the future. We're working on better treatments, but again, the drug trials, we are very proud about that coming on up.
Thank you for Michael. Now, can we get the CFO coming on in? The CFO, can you again give us a little bit of a heads up on, how the drug trials went?
We're very proud of the drug trials. The drug trials, again, were something that we're going to be watching about in the future.
It's so boring. It doesn't even sound good. Woo! 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 right now here. Let's get ourselves prepared. Guys, let's go through our normal kind of setup. Let's go through all of Fox Runner. Let's go through our kind of morning briefing until CAPR opens on up. All right? So, we want to make sure. Let's see what we have at this moment. Let's go over towards this, and let's go over to the bottom and kind of do our normal heads on up. Okay? So, what do we have? This is how I kick off every single morning, getting myself prepared on the day. It says, there is not an AI bubble, but maybe there's a data center bubble. So it says data centers could be the real cause of a disaster. So let's read in this. It says IBM CEO says that at today's cost, it would take about $80 billion to build and fill at least 1 gigawatt of AI data center. So the 100 gigawatt announced capacity implies roughly an $8 trillion of CAPEX, and no way you're getting that return on that. So I'll be honest, guys. This is outside of my knowledge. Okay, since you need about $800 billion of profit just to pay the interest. So, traders, I'm going to be honest with you. I do not know how much a data center's energy needs to be able to be profitable on this or that. But let's break it on down right here. It says the IBM CEO is basically doing the math, and he is saying that it doesn't add up. Building and operating a 1 gigawatt AI data center costs about $80 billion. Companies are planning around 100 gigawatts of capacity, which is $8 trillion. The problem is, you need $800 billion per year in profit just to pay the interest on that debt. That's more than any tech company makes. So the return is going to be impossible on today's economics. He's highlighting a real issue that's easy to ignore when everyone's excited about AI. These data centers have short lifespans, about 5 years before the chips become obsolete. So you're basically rebuilding everything every 5 years, right? On top of that, the monetization model still isn't proven. Companies haven't figured out the way to extract enough value from AI to justify $8 trillion in spending. The demand would need to be absolutely massive. His math on the interest problem is solid, but it's not the whole story. If AI actually delivers major productivity gains across the economy, the returns could justify it eventually. Some investors are modeling a 12 to 18% return on this stuff. The real question is whether the business model will actually work. So, that makes it easy. What's making it easy, right, is that we want to keep our eyes peeled on this, okay? We want to say to ourselves, we have the IBM CEO saying that everyone's talking about data centers. Data centers, at this current point, we're overbuilding, we're overspending, and we are never actually going to make a return on the data centers. So everyone says, oh, we can't use the AI that we have. We don't have enough power. Our data centers, we need this. People are spending more money on data centers than we actually need. And that's where, again, the AI bubble could actually happen. Not from chips, not from AI, but actually overspending $900 trillion over on data centers. So again, that's from the IBM CEO. All right, something to think about. We also, last night, Amazon had a big conference last night, and they just released their brand new chip. Amazon came on out with the Trinanium 3 chip, which is now power newly available by Amazon on the Ultra servers. What this chip is going to undercut NVIDIA. If you want a NVIDIA chip, but you want it cheaper, now again, you can go ahead and buy Amazon's. That's what they're doing right now. So now, Google has stolen the crown off of NVIDIA. Now Amazon says, you know what? We're going to kick NVIDIA down even further. So over the last 3 months, NVIDIA has been fighting. There has been some billionaire drama. Let's think about this, guys. Let's recap this. Meta chose Google. NVIDIA said, hey, we're very happy for Meta, but we are light years ahead of them. Basically a little disrespect. Remember that? A little disrespect right there, saying, you know what? You know, we have right here, NVIDIA. Guys, Meta chose Google. NVIDIA was pretty pissed off. Now everyone's talking about how great Google is. And now Amazon's getting into the picture. So we have like top Mag 7 plays kind of going after it. Heads on up. Bitcoin bounces back up to 92,000. So Bitcoin's price action over the last 5 days, we are seeing Bitcoin get a nice rally back up to 92,000. The major fear, which we have discussed and talked about before in the past, is the 4-year cycle, which is extreme. If you guys do not know, from the cycle top to the cycle bottom, it's kind of crazy to think about, but we can see on average, it's always 1,450 days. Since the beginning of Bitcoin, the top to bottom is 1,450 days. 1,450 days. 1,450 days from top to top, right? So isn't that crazy? So now if we are following the chart here, guys, every 4 years we see a collapse. We see 2014, Bitcoin collapsed. 2018, Bitcoin collapsed. 2022, Bitcoin collapsed. 2026, Bitcoin should collapse theoretically. So, it's saying the expected pullback. Peak window, late 2025 to March 2026, we should see Bitcoin hit a new highs. But then the bears start. April to June, lasting 6 to 12 months, this should be leading towards a drop, and we should be seeing, of course, on average around 70% drop. That's what the chart says. This is not, again, don't be like, oh, that's never going to happen. What they're basically just saying here is this is what we have seen in history. Time and time and time again. It has always dropped every 4 years with around a 70% pullback every single time. Okay? So Bitcoin, while we do like it and we love it, please be aware, we are getting a bounce, but as we head into 2026, we are heading into that 4-year cycle. If you believe it or not, that's why a lot of people are nervous going into the new year. Heads on up for you. Adobe, guys, came out with a great earnings. It's one of the most undervalued powerhouses for long-term compounding. If you are looking for a good undervalued stock, Adobe is one of those plays right now. Adobe is consistently bringing in revenue, consistently beating earnings. And on top of that, it's having a massive pullback. Adobe right now is sitting around $323 while it's hitting brand new record revenue highs, while it's hitting brand new customer highs. You are getting it on almost a 50% discount from its highs. Adobe, if you are looking, it is an incredible stock at this time. New 52-week highs yesterday. Little heads on up. Apple hit a brand new 52-week high. Walmart hit a brand new 52-week high. Intel, ASML, right? A couple big stocks hit brand new 52-week highs yesterday. More heads up. Humanoid tech is the future. Top stocks in humanoid robots. So guys, does anyone here think that in the next 10, 15, 20 years, we are all going to have humanoid robots? Everyone's going to have a little humanoid robot slave. Hey, go do my laundry, robot. Hey, go do the dishes. You missed the spot, robot boy. Okay, I know. Guys, there's going to be a lot of people in the future that probably treat their robots like shit. Hey, robot, you missed the spot on my bed. Clean it up. But that's what a lot of people are probably going to do. Again, brain and AI computing, here's a list. Vision, here's a list. Embedding control and power, here's a list. So humanoid robots, make sure you guys go check it on out. These are, again, some of the top stocks that you guys can look at. A lot of them, unfortunately, are not available to trade publicly. Tesla is obviously going to be one of the top ones that you guys can look at. We do have, of course, NVIDIA versus everybody. You know what this kind of reminds me of? You guys know that song by Control with Big Sean back in the day? Big Sean and Kendrick Lamar. And there's that one verse in there where he goes, Detroit versus everybody. This kind of reminds me of that. And I don't know, I just like that song. But like, I probably didn't even need to say that, but I just like that line. Where again, it goes NVIDIA versus everybody. Where Google, Amazon, both striving for it all. So NVIDIA is trying its best to keep control. The AI chip war is escalating, and cloud giants are vertically integrating to cut cost and boost efficiency. Google is now out with their TPUs and just got the biggest AI contract ever from Meta. We just talked about this. Meta is going to Google and saying, screw you, NVIDIA. NVIDIA is getting kicked in the dust. Just when they think they can't get any lower, Amazon comes out last night and says, you know what? We're going to undercut all of NVIDIA and we're going to take their chips. Guys, Amazon, Nvidia, Google, all in this little AI battle at this time. Pretty, again, interesting stuff here. CrowdStrike, security. They came out their earnings last night. They had very good earnings. Little heads on up for anyone that wants to check this on out. CrowdStrike had some very good earnings. Then, going into today, here's again this morning's press releases. IMRN, previous top gainers. But then again, we have AVA right here, PHVS. Here are some top headlines on the day. KXIN, PMX, low float stocks with no news this morning. CAPR, that's the news. So just little heads on up. The way I always kick off my entire day is I always just kind of make sure I understand what's happening in the world. What's happening in the world right now? People are getting nervous about how many data centers are being built. What's happening in the world right now? Amazon, again, launching a brand new chip. What's happening in the world right now? Bitcoin fear. We are seeing the bounce back up to 92,000, but there is a lot of fear going in 2026. What's happening in the world right now? Adobe, one of the most undervalued stocks in the market. What's happening in the world right now? Apple just hit a brand new record high. Humanoid robots starting to catch some steam. Amazon, Google, Nvidia, all again fighting for that spot. CrowdStrike came out with an earnings report last night. And then obviously we have all of our hot news today. Stocks that we are focusing on. VRAX, which again, I already traded today. I already traded VRAX as one of our top stocks on the day. I was able to lock in $201 on the day. VRAX is our number one. But we know, again, it's not about VRAX today. It's actually about, again, CAPR. CAPR, if we again go ahead and take a look at just today alone, what are we seeing here? I believe, again, 727. CAPR comes out with positive phase 3. The stock is halted. Let's go on up. CAPR unhalted in 4 minutes. Reminder, 750. The stock did not get unhalted. Some other news comes on out. Other plays start coming on out. But everyone is still obviously focused over on CAPR. Martin Shkreli thinks CAPR is a short play. CAPR, Martin, very popular investor. He was in the major headlines 2 years ago, went to prison. And now he's out of prison, obviously. Again, I think he's an incredible shorter. Now, obviously, you can have disagreements on what he did. You know, buying a company that has treatments for HIV and AIDS, and instead of, again, having it at like $3 to be able to have this treatment, it was $110. So we started seeing a massive increase. Morally speaking, I can understand your thoughts. Morally speaking, I could say, oh, Deck, I hate that guy. I understand if you have those thoughts, but I will say he is a very intelligent stock investor. He is a very intelligent shorter. He does a lot of research. I am not going to sit here and say, oh, again, he's probably the kindest, nicest man in the world. But I will say he does his research and he does things right in the stock market. So, Martin, again, he is very heavily short over on CAPR at this time. If we take a look at, again, top plays, VRAX is number one, CLNN. There is nothing at this moment we are not aware of. And this is what I like to do every day. Get myself prepared. Get myself ready. Go through everything from tit to tat to scratch to this to make sure we are all ready to rock and roll on this day. So, does anyone right now at this moment have any questions, comments, concerns, anything that you guys need in any sort of way? Make sure you guys go on ask. But again, right now, team, we are all good and we are waiting for CAPR. Now, I will also state this for every single person. Right now at this time, right now at this moment, I do have a short order set on CAPR. You saw me locate the shares to short. I will bring that over here. I just want to be completely transparent because today could be a massive day. CAPR, I located 500 shares to short. It cost me a total of $4.90. Okay? So, I just want to be completely transparent with that to be able to show you guys that CAPR, I again shorted or got shares to locate 500 shares for $4.90. Over on Cobra, you guys can get shares right now and you can place orders right now. CAPR, obviously, we are watching this play. It's at the price of $7. CAPR came out with a press release this morning stating that they have positive phase 3 trials. That is one of the best press releases that you guys can have. If you want to take a look right here, let's go over to this list. Some of my top keywords, okay? Some of my top keywords is the word positive. Positive. Top of the line trials on phase. When I see the word positive, when I see the word phase, when I see the word top of the line data, these are, again, alerts I want to be aware of instantly. So, It's also one of those keywords that are right here. You guys can download this list. Hot press keywords. It's over on Fox Runner. You guys see positive, phase 3 data, top line data. This brings in a lot of hype. So CAPR came on out this morning over on Fox Runner. We saw this. If we take a look over on CAPR, we could see it's a 3-star press release. What else are we having right here? CAPR reaching endpoints, primary endpoints. You can't get any better than this. This is a 4-star press release. Positive endpoints. We love this. This article that came on out right here, this is absolutely amazing. And you guys could see CAPR announces positive top-line results from phase 3, doing everything that they said they would do. That's awesome. All right? So, what's happening at this moment? What's happening at this moment is this is a $7 stock right now. This stock has bids at this moment up to $35. That means if this stock goes from $7 and opens all the way up towards, again, $35, we are going to be going on a 500% increase the moment that this stock opens on up. Now, I do think that this stock is going to have hype, is going to have buying volume, and people are going to go crazy the moment that this one opens on up. So if we go from $7 to $35, $36, I do think traders are going to go crazy, and that's going to lead to another like $10 rip and run. I am going to put short orders next to $47, $48, $50. And the reason why I'm going to do this is because if this stock goes from $7 to $35, we open up with hype and excitement, it shoots up another $10 to $12. I do think we are going to get a pullback after around a 650, 700% climb. If we go on a 700% climb like this, I do believe we are going to go from $50 back down to $38, $39, $35, whatever. We could see a very big pullback. So I don't even care how good the news is. I'm just letting you guys know if we see a 700% pullback, people are going to lock profits no matter what. Now, we also do have Martin here. And Martin's saying at this time, Martin thinks CAPR is a short play. CAPR is capping again. Saying again, there's only a 3% increase. CAPR on a 42-point scale is a 3% improvement versus placebo. That can't be that big. So basically, again, CAPR right here, Martin's going against it. Now, I will give Martin his flowers as well. Is last time he again put out a big short alert like this was over on SAVA. And again, he said SAVA was going to go on a massive sell-off. And I forget exactly where this massive sell-off was, but he absolutely nailed it here. And I believe it was SAVA. How long ago was this? Oh, let's go back over to a weekly chart. I think it was like this. The stock went from $10 to $40 and then went all the way down to $3. It was like something crazy like that. So I do want you guys to just be fully aware of that. I do just want you guys to realize what I'm doing. I want to go over my entirety, of my game plan and what I'm thinking. We do not know what time this is going to be halted. We do not know what time the stock is going to come on out. We do not know what price it's going to come on out. We are only sitting here watching and waiting the ticker like everyone else. All right? Now, traders, just that a little reminder as well if you guys haven't. I highly, 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 highly suggest if you guys have not yet, make sure, if you guys have not yet, make sure that you guys have, for everyone that uses Fox Runner, which I know is the majority of you guys here, if you guys haven't, they did come out with their app, and their app is going to send you push notifications on all your keywords. So again, this is version 1. They are coming out with version 2, which will send news alerts, the news alerts tab, and again, on specific stocks. So version 2 is going to be all the news alerts and specific stocks that you want, but right now they do have keywords. So I actually got this alerted to me at around 7:20 a.m. 7:20 a.m. Let's just see real quickly, what time did CAPR come on out with its news? I just want to see, what time did CAPR come out with its news? CAPR came out with its news at 7:20 a.m. Eastern time. You guys can see it was 7:25, 5 minutes ago. It came out the moment it came out, got pushed to my phone. Phase, one of my keywords. Positive, one of my keywords. CAPR announces positive top line results. That's how I found this one when, again, I woke up this morning. I looked at my phone, and again, I had a keyword alert and said CAPR. So it's like, definitely, if you guys haven't, go download the Fox Runner app so that you guys are all set, ready to go. Again, it's awesome. It's crucial. I'm using it, every morning, especially when next week when I'm in Hawaii and I don't have my normal setup, it's going to be great when I'm on the go. So make sure that you guys are all set. Other than that, we basically understand the full game plan here on the day. We know exactly what we need. We know exactly what we're looking at. We know exactly what we're focusing on. There's nothing that is, again, any sort of surprise. It's more, let's see what happens at 9:30. Let's see what the stock does. And I'm sure it's going to get a little chaotic. I'm sure it's going to get a little crazy. I'm sure things are going to get a little wild. And today might be one of those days that, again, we remember the rest of our lives. Lickety split. So if we wanted to go long over on CAPR, what would be a good entry? I truly can't tell you. If you wanted to go long on CAPR, this is what I would say. It all depends on where the stock opens on up. I personally would probably not buy on CAPR the moment it opens. If we truly do have a gap up on CAPR up towards $35, okay? If we truly have a gap up to $35, I am expecting a quick spike and a pullback. If we gap on up to, like, let's say $11, 200-day moving average. If you gap up to, let's say, $25, look at where the old levels of support is at. $15. Look at this. $15 resistance, $15 resistance, $15 resistance. So it all depends on where CAPR truly opens up at. If CAPR opens on up, let's say at $12, your perfect dip buy is going to be off the 200-day moving average. That's going to be the perfect dip buy if you open up anywhere underneath $14. If you open up between the prices of $15 up towards around $21, your perfect dip buy is going to be right around $15.50. $15.50 is not the 200-day moving average. It's where we have old spiking high, old spiking high, old spiking high, old spiking high, old spiking high. If you open up above the price of $25, go on up towards around the price of $23. $23 is going to be the next opportunity for a dip buy. So traders, if you're saying right now, where are going to be the best chances of success? Where are your major support lines? Everyone copy this chart right here and right now. These are going to be your major support lines that you guys can look for, again, dips and opportunities. Okay? CAPR, that one should be right there, that 1158 mark. So I'm actually going to even change this, from kind of slightly different. Just change the colors a little bit, so it just stands out a little bit more. Pops for every single person. All right. So CAPR, remember, this area that is going to be number one, that 200-day moving average. 200-day moving average is going to be number one, your first area of resistance, aka support. That's going to be holding up as a very nice support line. Your next area is going to be, of course, right here. Old spiking high. Lots of old spiking highs. Old spiking high. Old spiking high. And dip buy opportunity. That's going to be very nice. Your last area is up here to up here. That's going to be very nice. So those are your three areas of main support. Does that make sense for everyone? Does everyone understand what I'm looking at? Does everyone understand what I'm seeing? Hey, well, what if we gap all the way up to where we're at right now of $35? If we gap all the way up towards $35, your dip buy entry will be around 23. I think we will shoot up to like 50. And the reason why I think we're going to shoot up to 50 is I just think there's going to be so much excitement behind this play already. So if there's so much excitement behind the stock, if there's so much excitement behind this play, guess what here, traders? People are going to say to themselves, oh, wow, hey, we might shoot up another $10. Now, I will also say this, though, and this is, please correct me if I'm wrong, and anyone listening to this, please correct me if I'm wrong. I think the issue right now is on Martin Short here, and you can see, like, a lot of people are already talking about this. It says, common sense investor, things aren't looking good for I just got on X. People are already talking about Martin Short. Is that right now when we take a look over on Martin, who's shorting this play at this moment, the issue is, I think, and again, please correct me if I'm wrong, he's already shorting CAPR. Yes, he might be 100% correct that CAPR might dump on down and come crashing on down. But that could be after it gaps up to $35. That could be after it gaps up to $40. That could be after it spikes up to $50. So he could be 100% correct, which I'm probably sure he is, that it might not be as good as people think. But that could be after it goes from $7 to $50. You know what I mean? And that's where, again, the major issue lies. AHMA. Traders, AHMA. This stock, previous top gainer. AHMA is a mid-candle breakout setup at this moment. AHMA, $5. Shot on up towards $17. Previous top gainer, mid-candle breakout setup stock had a big-time rip and run over on 2 days ago. Came back on down. Found a day of consolidation. Buyers are now moving back on in. Previous top gainer, stock again consolidated yesterday. Buyers are now moving back in on this like newer IPO play. So AHMA, thanks for the heads up right there. A little bit of a spike. Guys, it is currently 9:13 in the market. We got about 15 minutes till this market opens on up, and I will tell you right now, I cannot take my eyes off of CAPR. Now, with that being stated as well here, traders, just because I've been sitting here the last 2 hours, I'm going to be very straightforward with you. I got to go pee real quick, okay? I'll be right back. So, right now here, team, let's be as smart as we possibly can. I'm actually going to switch my order up a little bit. I do have an order set right now at this moment. Let me again show you guys. I always show you guys everything. I do have an order set for 47 for 500 shares. I feel like that might be a little irresponsible. Just doing 500 shares at 47. I would rather spread it out like 100 share increments, right? Why would I not just do like even 50 share increments? Maybe again, I keep 47 at 50 shares. Right? But maybe I go up towards a 51. Maybe I go up towards, again, a 54. Maybe I go up towards, again, a 58. Maybe I go on up towards a 59. Maybe I go up towards a 62. You know what I mean? So it's like, why would I just do 500 shares at one price? Why would I not spread it out in case something stupid happens? You know, so instead of me just getting filled at 47 and next thing you know, it's at 59, why do I not just go from, let me do some at 47, some at again 50, some at again 52, some at 53. And the goal essentially is not even to be filled on absolutely everything. I don't want to be filled on every single one. But as the stock climbs, I'm going to have the best overall cost basis. So I would rather do something like this, spread it out, because I don't know the top. But I'm going higher than what I think the top will be. So let's just think about this if we're taking a look over on CAPR right now. CAPR, this would be a way that we could be able to trade this play. We again think CAPR is sitting here. We think it's going to open on up at around the price of $35. I think the absolute max high would be like $60. I mean, that's a lot. Like that would be a crazy spike, guys. So the thing is, I want my cost basis because I do believe what I do think is going to happen is it's going to get rejected probably right around $50. I think even slightly underneath $50 is where it's going to get rejected. So I'm going to do a couple different orders. I'm going to do very small orders from where I want and higher than I expect. So I'm going to start off right around 47. I'm going to do 50, 52, 55, 60. Now the thing is, I don't even want to get filled with every single order. But this at least covers my basis where, okay, if it hits this area right here, hold on a second. If it hits this area right here and turns and falls, fine. I'm nailing the top and I make money, right? If it hits these two areas, I'm now going to have a better cost basis than if I just bought everything right here. If I bought everything right there, guys, I could be putting myself in some serious trouble if the stock keeps on spiking higher. So instead, let me just do smaller entries. Now let me raise my cost basis to here. And that would be even better. Now, let's say, again, the stock goes up even higher. If the stock goes up even higher now, and then again fades and falls, well, now again, my cost basis isn't going to be here. My cost basis isn't going to be here. My cost basis at this point, and let me connect these, is going to be up towards this area, up here. So all I'm trying to do is just spread out very tiny orders because I have no idea how high it's going to be. But instead of doing one bulk order, hoping that is going to be the high, let me again spread them on out between like a $20 spread. And if it does go that high, at least if it doesn't go that high, I'll have small entries that are filled that again are going to give me probably the best opportunity of a top. Guys, right now, CAPR, yes, the 200-day moving average is back down to 903. I think that's what I had. And for some reason or another, it kind of like jumped and changed. So I don't know why or how that like jumped and changed. Maybe it was just from like maybe a small little glitch. But I will say, yes, absolutely, CAPR right here. The 200-day moving average is that like 903 area. Yeah, that is correct. So yeah, do that. You know, that 903 area, not again the $11 area. I don't think that's going to be in play regardless. HMA. Guys, 13 minutes until this market opens on up. How you guys feeling today? How you guys feeling on this time? I'm a little bit nervous. I'm a little bit excited, though. I'm a little bit nervous. I'm a little bit excited. I'm looking forward to a big day ahead. I know it's going to be an absolute blast today. Give me 2 seconds, guys. I'll be right back on the mic. Ladies and gentlemen, we will be watching. A little heads up for you guys, and I apologize about this. I might be losing the camera here in the next few moments. I got another battery all set to be charged on up right now and be all good. But again, I might lose these absolutely beautiful visuals in the next few moments. Just want to give you guys that clear-cut heads on up. But right now, we are sitting back, staying smart. No matter what, I'm here. I'm going to be talking on the mic for a little bit regardless, and we want to see what we get over the next again to 9:30. We just don't know when this is going to open. We don't know when it's going to open. We don't know what it's going to do. I mean, CAPR is showing bids at $35. It literally could be like $35 on the bids. This could open up at 8. This could open up at 62. Yeah, it's like I don't know. Like CAPR going from $7 to $35 is already a massive move. Let's not forget about that. I mean, it was supposed to get unhalted at $7.50. What do you guys think? Let me think about this, right? Let's actually set up a little bit of a chat poll, right? Let's do this. I'm going to set up a little bit of a chat poll right here. And I'm going to go with start a poll. Will CAPR touch $50 today? Do you guys think we will gap up to $35 and we're going to rip and run to $50? Or do you guys think it's going to gap up, $10? Is it going to gap up? Is it going to open up at $7? So let's just go with this. Will CAPR touch $50 today? Yes or no? Now, again, I'm going to set up the same exact poll over on TradeCaster here. So again, let me bring this on over for every single trader. And I'm going to go right here. Will CAPR touch $50 today? So who here thinks this is all fluke? CAPR is going to open up at 10 bucks. It's going to gap up $3 and then crash. Yes or no? Everyone, go ahead and vote. Just look right underneath the live stream. You can also, again, click this little voting poll button right here, and you guys will be able to cast your vote. So will CAPR touch 50 bucks today here, guys? You guys tell me. You guys let me know right now. Will we break or touch that $50 area? Right now, we got 67%, 63%, 59%, 41% of the chat says no. 59% of the chat says yes. 61% says yes. No, 39%. Let's see. We're going to give that a little bit of time. I want to check out the YouTube chat right now. YouTube, 52% says yes right now. 52% says yes. 48% says no. 63. So right now, guys, on YouTube, it's an absolute 50-50 split. 50% says yes. Now, again, 52% says no. 54% says no. Over on Tradecaster, 63% say yes. 37% say no. All right, traders. Let's stop it right now. We have right now, it's almost a 50-50. Like, let's just be honest, guys. It is almost a 50-50 at this time. It is almost a 50-50 at this moment. I'm nervous. Like, if CAPR does spike up to $50, I am going to be a little bit nervous on, like, how much higher can this go? Because I am shorting it. I am going against it. I am going to look for entries. I'm not in on the short already. And I believe there's a good message over on YouTube right now. It says, Tom, goes, CAPR already has a 37% short interest. There's already a 37% short interest. Guys, imagine if 37% of the stock all tries to get out at the same time. I mean, that is going to make the stock gap up to $35, gap up to $40, gap up to $50. You know, this is the other news, though. If CAPR opens up at 9:30, let's say CAPR opens up in the next 7 minutes, what will happen? There's one answer. There's one word I'm looking for. Who knows? No matter what, and this can calm everyone's nerves. If CAPR opens on up at 9:30, the moment it opens, what will happen? What's the one word I'm looking for on what will happen? Yep. Reese, you're correct. It's just going to be halted. Like, the thing is, if this stock opens up at $36 and shoots up to $45, it's going to get halted. If this stock opens up at 36 and dumps on down to 28, it's going to get halted. Like, no matter what, this stock at the start of the day is going to get halted within the first 2 minutes. Would you guys agree with me on that? Would you guys agree that within the first 2 minutes, this stock is going to get halted on one way or another? Absolutely. So right now here, team, $9.24 in the market, 6 minutes. SPY right now, little heads on up. SPY, little pullback. SPY, little pullback. 684 down to 680. Again, we're very close to those record highs, though. Very close to that record highs. How many people, again, bought in on the dip? How many people got involved on the dip again 2 weeks ago? That thing was beautiful. We've only had a couple little dips so far. We had a dip, back in November. We had a dip right here back in October. Again, same exact thing. Dip happens, the stock market ran up to record highs. Dip happens, stock market runs right back up towards record highs. Big dip happens, terror fear, stock market runs back up to record highs. So it is kind of crazy to think about. I'm excited to see what happens in December here. Now, guys, CAPR, the bids are now up to $39. CAPR bids are now up towards $39 at this moment. CAPR. Traders, 4 minutes. I'm just excited to see what happens. I'm also thinking of Martin. I want to see what's going on with his shorts. Like I want to see what, traders, is there a chance? Who here thinks there's a chance that CAPR is going to open up at $5? Who here thinks that there is a chance that this is all fugazi? Who here thinks that there is a chance that CAPR is not going to open up anywhere near 38? This is just going to be one of those plays that opens on up. It says 38 on the bids and opens up at like $8. I could imagine that. I could imagine that as well. I'm a little bit nervous to have shorts at $50 though. Like, guys, my heart's pounding right now. My heart is pounding at this moment. Just because, again, when this thing opens on up, like, is it honestly going to go from $7 to 38? Is it honestly going to go from $7 up to 50? Is it honestly going to go from $7 up to $60? Like, are we truly going to see that? Or is it going to go from 38 to 60 just because shorts are getting squeezed out, and then we're going to see a massive dump as everyone takes profits? You know, it's like, it's going to be a little crazy. Like right now, again, I have my short entries. My entries on the short side are 47, 51, 54, 58, 59, 62, 65. Like if I get short, 47, 51, my cost basis is going to be around $49. Then $49 cost basis, I get filled at 54, my cost basis is going to be up towards around 50. Then again, I get filled at 58, my cost basis is going to be around 52. Then I get filled at 59, my cost basis be around 53. Then I get filled at 62, my cost basis be around 54. I get filled at 65, my cost basis is going to be around 55. If I get every single order filled, I'll have a cost basis around 55. I like that. I think $55 is a nice cost basis with 100, 200, 350 shares total. I'm maybe even thinking just getting rid of the 47. I might just get rid of that and wait for $50 plus on everything. I don't know what's going to happen. Okay? Okay, fine. You got it out of me. I don't know. I'm scared. I'm scared. I don't know what's about to happen here. Okay, so. We have right now 1 minute, traders. 1 minute over on CAPR. Does everyone everyone got their seatbelt strapped on? Everyone ready here? Buckle in. Buckle it in. Right now I'm up, again, $200 on the day. But I have a feeling that this is going to change drastically in one way or another in the next few moments. Right now, the ask is at $8. Guys, we are opening on up here in less than 30 seconds. Less than 30 seconds here. What are you guys doing? Is there anyone that's buying right when this opens? We're at $40. Is there anyone that's going to buy this play right when this thing opens on up? Oh, baby. Here we go. My heart's racing. Racing at this moment. Bids, ask is at 40. We're live. Live at 32, 33. We are opening up at $33 right now. 33. Not filled, obviously. How much higher are we going to go? There's no hold area right now. We are live at 33 at this moment. Live at 33. $7 to $33 at this moment here, traders. Let's see how fast and active this gets. Obviously, I'm not filled. Again, I was seeing if we're going to gap up to 40. Okay, hold area is 35. Guys, we might get halted here. I'm going to leave my orders the same. I'm going to leave my orders the same, $50 region. I like it. Okay, my heart's kind of calming down a little bit. We're not halted yet, by the way. We are still not halted yet. Okay. Okay. Whew. Guys, my heart's calming down a little bit. It feels like right now at this moment, like before that happened. The camera went down. Guys, I gotta turn off the camera for a few minutes. I know the camera just went down. I know. Everyone just listen. I gotta charge the other one up for a few minutes. So, I feel like right now at this time, I'm more just waiting, watching, seeing what we can do. I feel like, I mean, I love this about the job. I love the little adrenaline rush. I love the fact that, again, people are having their lives changed right now. People are making tons of money. I love the fact that anything's possible in the stock market. I love the fact that, again, there's opportunities and doors that are opening and doors that are shutting every single day. I love the fact that, of course, when we take a look at this play, it's life-changing money. If someone was long, let's just imagine this, guys. Let's imagine someone bought yesterday, CAPR, at, again, the price of $7. Imagine if someone went long with 1,000 shares at the price of $7. And now you wake up today and it's at $35, and you are sitting at this moment with a $28,000 profit. How amazing is that? How incredible is that? Now, team, I can also drop you some info as well. I believe, isn't there a website, Biofarm Catalyst or something like that? Biofarm Catalyst right here that will give you, again, tell you when phase trials are coming on out. I believe, guys, if you guys go over here to, again, Biofarm Catalyst, you guys can actually scroll on down and look at the Catalyst calendar. And if you look at the FDA calendar here, you can actually see, AVXL comes out with phase 2, phase 3. MVCT comes out with phase 2, phase 3, right? So you can actually see when phase data is going to be coming on out. So it's a cool website that you guys can go ahead and check out, this phase 2, phase 3 news. When is it coming on out? So you can be ahead of it if you would like to. So there's always, again, cool little things. CAPR right here going from $6. And let me actually just see real quick. Can you just type in FDA calendar results or FDA calendar, upcoming trials? Let me just see. I'm just going to go to Google and open up a few of them. Standard FDA calendar. I want does anyone have a website? Yeah, here we go. FDA calendar. FDA decision is expected to use. BMY, AXGN, AGIO, BCRX. So is there always a date that says when these come on out? I think Biofarm Catalyst might. Biofarm Watch. Okay, so this is cool. I like this. Terra comes on out. Price $6. Phase 2, Catalyst 8 is going to be on the 4th. ABOS, Catalyst 8, the 4th. Catalyst 8, the 4th. Phase 3 data. Catalyst, coming on out the 4th. So it's basically, again, giving you this coming on out, but it is all behind a paywall. All right, traders. I'm still going to stick with my $50 short region. I'm still going to stick with my $50 short area. Right now, CAPR, watching this one, $1.10. CAPR bids at 54. I don't think we're going to gap up that high. I honestly think, again, CAPR is going to open up at maybe 36, 37. I really don't believe, we're going to see anything, if anything is going to work its way up to, 40. QCLS. QCLS right now is halted slightly. So QCLS, Rainbow Ben's letting us know that this one is halted slightly at this time. I do think CAPR is going to gap up and get halted again. I do think CAPR is going to gap up, get halted again, maybe up towards around 39, 40. I don't think we're going to go super fast. It's going to be tough to get up to $50. It's going to be tough, but I hope I'm just topping it. I do hope I can get filled, around a top, 49, 50, 51. That would kind of be my goal right now. All right, traders. CAPR opening on up here in just a moment. Three, two, one. Guys, CAPR is back live at 35. So not much of a difference, guys, but we're about to get halted now at 37. 37.40 now getting halted, or almost halted. I don't know if we're going to get up to $50 at this point. Getting up to $50 is going to be extremely difficult. And the reason why it's going to be extremely difficult is because this is not going to be a super fast mover, it looks like. It looks like it's going to be a play that's going to slowly kind of work itself on up. It's definitely going to have dollar moves. It's going to go from 30 to 37. It's going to go from 37 to maybe 42, 43. I just don't know if we're going to actually get up to 50. I hope I'm wrong. I'm going to leave my orders. I'm not changing my orders. I'm not going to go in early. I'm not. I'm going to leave my orders till $50 plus. Little heads up for you. So if we don't get to $50 plus, I'm not going to short it. But if we do get to $50 plus, I will look to short it. Let's just see. I mean, this thing is still. And you know what I think a lot of this is as well, right? What I think a lot of this is as well is the fact that it's a lot of shorters getting out. Shorters have no option but to get. Deck, your stream's like 10 seconds behind mine. If again, my stream is like 10 seconds behind you, obviously I try to do everything I can to be able to have it in real time. Unfortunately, there will never be a stream that's 100% the second it happens. If there is a 3, 4, 5 second delay, it is. That's just always what it will be, unfortunately. And it just depends on my internet connection, your internet connection, where you are in the world, how, again, you're receiving it. Do you have a wired connection? Are you not in a wired connection? Obviously, everything's going to be within, 10 to 15 seconds. But no, it will never be the second it happens over on the live stream. There's just always going to be through YouTube some sort of 10, 5, 3 second delay. And if you guys again want to watch on YouTube, you can get a little bit better as well. So you can click that link right there. Right now, at this moment here, traders, let me go put the camera mic back on. Let me go put the camera mic back on for us, guys. Give me a second here. I'm going to get that battery all set so we'll be good. Right now here, traders, we are watching CAPR. All eyes, all attention, all focus on this one. Alan, the old Webinito was close to a real-time connection. Unfortunately, they're no longer available. They're no longer a company. So they actually sold their company off Webinito. That's not a real thing anymore, Alan. But I do remember the old Webinito days. Let's see what we get over on CAPR here. CAPR, every single trader is again focused over on this play right now. Let's see if this one is going to get up to $50 plus. Now, we again took that poll today. We said, will we hit $50 today? It was almost a 50-50 split. We've gone from 30 to 40. I am keeping my short entries. No, I'm not changing them. I'm not going to say, ooh, let me get eager and jump in at 40. Ooh, let me get eager and jump in at 41. I'm not doing that. And actually, let me change out my scanners. I apologize, guys. I didn't change out my scanners. I've been so hyper-focused. I've been so hyper-focused over on CAPR, I didn't even change out my scanners here. So let me go to get these all on up. All right, let's get ourselves excited. Let's get ourselves motivated here. We got 1 minute left. 1 minute left here, team. Man, come on! Give it to us! Sometimes I'll yell, and I look over, and there's this little guy, little dog, just staring at me. And he just goes, I don't understand anything you're saying, human. But you know what? I wish I did. And I don't know if you're angry. I don't know if you're upset, but I'm just going to sit here and stare at you with my big old googly eyes. And again, I can't be upset at you, little man. Right now, CAPR, continuously keeping our eyes peeled on this one. We got 10 seconds here. Cleanup Kid, I have not traded the prop firm recently. I have not. I will get back into that. But it's like when we have days like CAPR, I want to get involved. Guys, CAPR, we got up towards 40.37. Are we going to break 40.37? Guys, we have not broken 40.37 yet over on CAPR. I'm going to keep my orders, as you guys know, up near 50 bucks. Next hold area is 52.90, little heads on up. We are having our first little pullback at this time. Not a big pullback, but we are having our first little pullback at this time over on CAPR. Hold area is down to 35 at this area. Are we going to see shorters continue to get squeezed on out? Back above 40, we could get another little short squeeze up towards, again, 40, 42, 43, 44. I am leaving my short entries to $50 and higher. If it happens, it happens. If it happens, I'll take it. I am leaving my short entries to $50 and higher at this time. High of the day so far, 40.37. You know what I also do like about this? In the fact that you can't keep up. I kind of like the fact that it's like you can jump in and kind of get some wiggle time. It's not like 39 to 45 in 2 seconds. It's not like 45 to, again, 50 in 2 seconds. You jump in at 38, you might be down or up $1,000, but it's not like you're going to lose your house in a second and you're not going to make a house in a second. I kind of like how you have a little bit of wiggle room. And now, obviously, don't get me wrong, it's fast, it's crazy, it's hot. But again, CAPR, at least, again, you can kind of at least, So right now, CAPR here. I'm trying to get it to come up on the top gainer board. I don't know why it's not. There it is. CAPR. Still watching this one. Shorts for me are going to be $50 and higher. Unless CAPR breaks $50, I am not shorting this play, okay? I must see this play get above 50 bucks. Guys, here comes a drop. Here comes a little bit of a fade. Is it going to hold on up? This is where the majority of traders are going to stay focused. This is where, again, the majority of traders are going to keep on watching. CAPR might be getting on the short side right now. It got up to 40.37, back on down to 34. We'll see how this opens on up. That might be it. That might be it for the spike over on CAPR. That might be it over on, again, CAPR. Stock's gone from $6 up to $40. $40, we were looking up to $50. We didn't know where this was going to open. $40 now back down to $34. So I kind of want to see. Guys, does anyone know? Is Martin down big right now? Like, did he have short entries before this? Okay, right now at this moment, just a little heads on up for you guys. Martin has left the building. Never a good sign. It's never a good sign. Okay, I'm kind of stepping back a little bit. It's never a good sign when you're about to short a play and then all of a sudden the stock opens on up. Okay, now we're kind of fast forwarding up a little bit. This is not getting good. We're kind of skipping through. Okay, still not a happy face expression. Let's keep on skipping through this. And he's gone. Okay, not the best series of events so far. Not that happy. Not happy. Definitely not happy. Really pissed. Trying to think his way out of it. Now again, still thinking. And now gone. Okay. So, obviously, I do not root for anyone's downfall or demise, or I want anyone to lose money. I do not want that in any sort of way. And again, Martin is a very smart man when it comes to investing. He's a very smart investor. And you know what he's saying? You know what? I think CAPR is going to be a massive short. It could become a massive short. It just could be after it has this big gap up. So, you know, it's just, again, take it how you want. Take it how you want. I'm not rubbing salt in anyone's wounds because I've been there before. I've taken some losses before. I've taken some big hits before. I've taken, again, some losses where I say, man, I'm done. You know, I definitely understand it. So I don't know how big his position was, if he was actually in at the price of $7 or whatnot. But CAPR having this gap up right here and going from, you know, $7 to $40 is probably going to wipe out the majority of shorters' accounts. And that's a very, very scary thing. Especially when you're so sure. Especially when, again, you have so much research done. Especially when you've done so much. So sometimes the stock market is just unfair. You feel like you do everything right and you still don't, you know, get that win that you want. Some big candles over on Bitcoin. Are we seeing it back above 93, 94? Bitcoin, 93. Guys, Bitcoin's working itself back up towards around 100 thou. 100 thou, baby. So we got Bitcoin working its way on up. Is the SPY working? I want to see the SPY on up a little bit higher. I want to see the SPY back up towards, again, that 685 area. CAPR, 1 minute here, traders. CAPR, 1 minute. Happy Wednesday, everybody. I hope you guys are excited. I hope you guys are fired up, and I hope you guys are ready to rock and roll. It is going to be an absolutely incredible day. It already is an incredible day. An incredible day of being here with you guys. An incredible day of waking up and living this enjoyable thing that we call life. A great day of being healthy and strong. A great day of course, trading the stock market with some of the greatest people I know. A great day with having this absolutely beautiful team surrounding me over here live over on Tradecaster. Being able to work with you guys. Being able to, again, trade. Be able to make this money. Right now, again, we are sitting with a nice $201 profit from an earlier trade. We had short orders up near, again, CAPR up near around $50. Unfortunately, I do think I am going to have to cancel these short orders. I do not think they are going to be getting filled. So I am going to cancel my short orders at this time. Cancel, 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 cancel. Unfortunately, out of reach. Hey, how do you do your thumbnails every day? How do I do my thumbnails every day? Again, you hire a professional photographer. You have extremes. You, again, set a scene. And again, you honestly just live life. Every single one is just, you know, cameos. You know, by my fireplace, in my study, drinking some whiskey. This is me. Thanksgiving. Just, again, having a good time. Eating some turkey. This is me. Celebrating wins and success. That's all it is. That's all it comes on down to. It's very simple. Set a scene, get some good lighting, figure it out. Significant. Voice alert just came on through. TYRD. Actually just got the Fox Runner notification as well for significant. TYRD. TYRD significant. CAPR. Oh, CAPR is going to be getting, got another 4-minute hold. Yeah, I got halted again, another 5 minutes. Another 5 minutes here. Are all discounts done? Yes, guys. Discounts are over. Black Fiber Monday is over. Taco Tuesday is over. It's all gone. So I will say this right now. If you missed the opportunity to join Tradecaster, if you missed the opportunity to get a lifetime membership, if you missed the opportunity to work with us live every single day over on the Tradecaster community, I'm going to give you one final shot, and that's to wait until next year because you missed out. Yeah, you missed out. You got to wait another 365 days. I mean, You had a week and a half to do it. You had a week and a half. Priorities. Some people want it more than you. Some people, again, want to be great. Some people don't want to be working a 9 to 5 their whole entire life. Some people don't want to be sitting in the car commuting. Some people don't want to be saying to themselves, man, I'm so tired of paying bills. I'm so tired of having debt. I'm so tired of having a credit card. They're tired of it. And some people are content. And if you're content, I'm happy. PMAX watching this one. Guys, CAPR, we got 2 minutes here. CAPR, 2 minutes. No, guys, if you honestly do, just a little heads on up. If you guys are honestly saying, hey, I really did miss it, I really want to sign on up, email me, deckmartrades@gmail.com. I'll give you the discount one last day today. So one last day today, if you guys truly did miss it, whatever happens, I understand life happens. I understand, again, things happen. You could have been doing some great stuff as well. Maybe, again, you were committing, doing a charity. Maybe you were at a charity event. You just couldn't sign up. All good. Maybe you were making love. That's fine as well. I understand. Email me, deckmartrades@gmail.com. And I'll hook you on up. Stay with me. Stay with me just a little bit longer. Just a little bit harder. All right. Let's get back to it. Eli! Saying, what's your email? My email is deckmartrades@gmail.com. I will say right now, I spend about an hour every single night answering emails. So again, make sure you are sending it to the right email. deckmartrades@gmail.com. If you email anything other than deckmartrades@gmail.com, it's not going to me. So I'll tell you right now, there is not one email that's in my inbox right now that I have not answered. If there is, forward it to me. Reply to it. Re-forward it to me. Get it on top. And I will make sure that you're all set, ready to go. But I spend about an hour and a half every single night making sure every email is answered. I can't even fall asleep till every email is answered. Right now here, team. And again, I appreciate all you guys' support. Let's see what we have in 3 seconds. You guys opening up 3 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Oh! Is it going to be like this? Is it going to be like this the rest of the day now? Is it going to be like this? Where, again, all we do is it's going to be Holt, 15-minute Holt. Holt, 20-minute Holt. Holt, 30-minute Holt. So if it is going to be all good. Reese, I just got your email to the top. Thank you, buddy. I'll get back to you tonight. Thank you, Reese. I got you. So right now we are just getting holted. Again, we did make one trade today. $201 in profit. Want to make sure that you guys are all set, ready to get after it a little bit more. Saying El Papi 889 saying, Deck, I miss you. I was a member before. Can I get the past price? So that's a great question. Saying, hey, I was a member before. Can I get the old price? Well, again, if you were a member before, the old price was $174 a month. Right now, it's $79 a month. So I'll tell you right now, if you want the old price of paying more, you got it. If you want the new price, it's cheaper than the old price. So just a little heads on up for you. You know, it used to be $174 a month. It's now $79 a month. So you don't want the old price. If you say, no, I want the old price. Hey, I'll make it work. I'll make it happen. I'll be that guy to help you. I'll go the extra mile for you. But the newer prices are a lot cheaper. CAPR, SPY right now. We have some action over on AHMA. AHMA just getting rejected at old spiking highs. Take a look, guys. Take a step back. AHMA, old spiking high over on Monday. Monday spiked up to $17, came back on down. Spiked back up to $17, came back on down. $17 touch reverse. $17 touch reverse. Fitness freak, send me an email. I got you, buddy. Send me an email, we'll make it work. Let's see what else we can do here. I just want CAPR to open. I want to see what CAPR does when it opens on up. I want to make sure every single person is all set. If you guys do have any questions, comments, concerns, please let me know. Right now, it's a pretty straightforward day. Every single day trader, every single person, every single retail trader is focused over on CAPR. There's no one not focused on CAPR at this time. CAPR is where the hype's at, where the majority of focus is at, and where, again, people are going to be looking for those entries. CAPR does have the VWAP at around the price of $36. We did just go from $34. It looks like we're going to be gapping on down towards probably around $30. If you do want to get involved in a short, I'm not opposed to it in any sort of way, to take any sort of unnecessary large loss. I would say if this one spikes back up towards like $36 or so, definitely look for a short. I would say, again, I'm down to do it, guys. You guys down to have some fun? I would say right now, CAPR, spike, dump. I could imagine a little spike back up towards like 38. I'm going to go limit order. 37.25, short. Limit order, 37.50, short. Limit order, 37.99, short. Limit order, 38.40, short. I'm going to go ahead and look for some short entries. I want to see if I can make some money. Now, it has been halted for nearly 15 minutes, though. So are we just going to gap down to 26? Right now, the bids are showing we're going to gap down to 26. Now, with that being stated, we also saw the stock have gap ups to 40, and we opened up at, 29. So, we definitely got to be able to understand both sides, right? Understand both sides of it. Right now, CAPR here, team. 30 seconds until this play opens on up. 30 seconds over on CAPR. CAPR, we go up to $38. I'm going to look to try to get filled. I don't think we're getting up to 50 anymore, guys. I think we're going to start dying from here, but we might get a quick little pop or so. Looking for a couple quick little pops here. Here we go. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. We just keep getting halted. I mean, it's 20 minutes now. We're at 20 minutes of being halted. We can't even do anything. MM saying, hey, Sean, I bought Fox Runner. I want to set mine like yours. Is your setup in your videos? Also tried to get in the app. Where's the app? Let me go find it for you. Here's the app right here. I'll just drop the link for you. So again, you head over to the Apple Store, type in Fox Runner Trading. It's a brand new app, so you have to scroll down a little bit. But that is the app for iPhone. I'll drop the link for you though over in the chat. The way that I have my Fox Runner set on up, by the way, as well. Just a little heads up for everyone is, let me bring it on up here. If you want the same settings that I have, I do only have a couple settings on this. I do 0 to 30 million. So I always turn on the float. I do 0 to 30 million. That's it. And then other than that, these are my keywords. So you can download the app. The app automatically has a lot of keywords as well to get all the push alerts. But these are my keywords as well. So take a screenshot of this. The red ones are the ones I don't like. So if you see the word potential, maybe upcoming offering meeting, those are words I don't like. So it's not only I just use this for words I like, I also put red words on words I like to stay away from. My favorite words are gold words: meaningful, awarded, approval, phase, positive, groundbreaking, NVIDIA, cancer, top line. Also, anything in gold, make sure you put a voice alert on it as well. So it's like, if you come out with the word, I'm going to cancel the word approval real quick. Type in the word approval. Pick whatever, one you want. Emoji, just put it in gold, and then make sure you click voice alert. And when you click voice alert, now it'll go through and you have the word approval and you'll get a voice alert on it as well. So those are my keywords. Red's bad, gold is great. Everything else is kind of just like a different color, so it pops a little bit more. But my only filter I have is 0 out of 30 million to get, my entire setup right here. Okay? Other than that, I have been using the app. The app, again, I just have all my keywords, and then I get notified on everything just like this morning. So again, like this morning, how I found CAPR at 7 in the morning was from the app. So I didn't even log in yet. This is me just kind of rolling out of bed. And this is, again, CAPR. CAPR, I got alerted on this the moment it came out. So make sure, again, go download the app as well. If you need more help on that, I did post a video. It's a little outdated. I do have to probably go ahead and redo it. But I did post 2 videos. Number 1, how to trade in pre-market. Everything you need to know. Watch this lesson if you haven't yet. This lesson will teach you how to trade in pre-market and how to use it. How to use Fox Runner. Also, again, you can type in Sean Dekmar Fox Runner, and there's an entire lesson I do going over. This is like the old version of Fox Runner, so that's why I kind of want to re-download or do it. But at the same time, that's a lesson you can watch as well. So 2 lessons right here. All right, cool. Check them on out. Deck, are you nervous for this weekend? It's gonna be a good time. It's gonna be a good time. It's good to know. I bumped into the love of my life in aisle 6 of Walmart. Just again, I was getting my cart. I was going through the cart. I was grabbing some stuff out of Walmart, and all of a sudden I was speeding. I was going too fast. I was in a rush, and my cart ran into her cart, and she tripped on over. And I said, "Hey, whoa! I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry." And again, she goes, "Watch where you're going," and looks up at me. And again, the moment she looks up at me, she goes, "It's fine. No worries." And I'm holding her, down like right here. And she's like on the floor essentially. And I'm like, "I'm so sorry." And she goes, "It's okay." And then right there, we instantly start kissing on the Walmart floor. And I mean, just from that moment, we knew. And just from that moment, we knew it was there. And that's how it happened. Guys, CAPR, dumping on down. CAPR is live at this moment. Right now here, team CAPR, we're still watching this one. Ali16M says, "Deck, that's very romantic." Thank you. I appreciate it. I mean, just that's how, it was like a movie in a way. Shopping cart. She falls. I catch. Instantly. Aisle 9. Making love on the floor of Walmart. That's it. That's the story I'm going to tell my kids. Is that how it happened? Not how it happened at all. But is that the story I'm going to tell everyone and say at the wedding? Absolutely. That's going to be my speech. CAPR here. VRAX, IRBT, KXIM. CAPR here, traders, starting to fade and fall. Self at this moment. Traders, does anyone have any questions, comments, or concerns? Please let me know. I am more than happy to help you guys on out in any sort of way. Happy to be able to answer your questions. Right now, CAPR is getting a little bit weaker. VREX starting to drop on down. Guys, can I ask you guys an honest question as well? Who here has truly been, I've been going live so early every single day. Have you guys been liking it a lot? Have you guys been enjoying the fact that I'm going live at, 7:15, 7:30 every day, and we kind of do commentary from, 7:30 all the way up towards 10 plus? Do you guys like this more than me just going live at 9:30, 9 a.m.? Do you guys enjoy the fact that you're waking up and I'm already live? We're going over stocks in pre-market. We're getting everyone prepared. We're going over every single move. I just want to make sure that, the thing is, if you guys are like, hey, Deck, I sleep through it anyway, I just show up at 9:30, then I won't do it. But if you guys love this, if you guys want to say, hey, let's make this our thing, let's make sure that we're always live during pre-market, we'll keep it going every day. Hey, thank you. I enjoy being with Chaz every morning. Chaz, baby. Hey, how do I turn it onto dark mode over on Fox Runner? It should automatically be in dark mode, but you probably have to go over to your settings tab here. How do you get the dark mode? Settings, voiceover, toast, sound. It should. Oh, right here. Sorry, top right there. Ooh, it's too bright for me, guys. I'll be honest. I'm not a big fan of light. And there's nothing I use. I don't think there's any scanner I use that I put on. I rock everything in dark mode. I mean, you guys tell me. What looks better? This or this? Dark mode all the way. I think every scanner I use, I always go dark mode. So yeah, it's right in the top right-hand corner, right next to this notification. Switch that tab if you want it. Yeah, dark mode is 10 times better for me. I don't know about the chart. So I'm not sure about the chart. I can look into it, though. Hey, you guys are fantastic. You guys are amazing. You guys are the best. Ah! Ah! Right now, traders, we're just staying ready. Who do you use for your level 2? Cobra, baby. So Cobra uses DOS Trader, but, Cobra is the broker that I am using. So if you guys do not or have not used Cobra, again, Cobra is the best. I will again say Cobra is the best broker I've ever used in my entire existence of life, which has been 32 years. So for 32 years, I've been rocking with Cobra. If you guys haven't yet, you guys can sign on up. They literally give everything away from free. If you guys, they still got their deal going right now. 2 months of free commission, free access, 50% off commissions for life, free software, free trade ideas, free Fox Runner. They're giving away everything that I use. So if you guys want to sign up to Cobra, you literally get every scanner for free. So if you guys haven't, you guys can go check that on out right there. Just a big baby. Does anyone else have a trading buddy like that just lays by your side the entire time? Is there anyone else that has a trading buddy that no matter what you do, win or lose, gives you some love? All right, traders. Guys, CAPR getting halted again. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to call it for myself here this morning. $201 on the day. Happy with the gains. Happy with the profits. Happy with the money being made. As always, we're going to get after it every morning, do everything we can, making sure that you guys are growing, becoming better, becoming the best traders you guys can be. It is an absolute blessing to be here every morning with you guys. I appreciate everyone. Scanners are up. We're all set, ready to go. CAPR is getting a little weaker. No current entries for myself. And obviously, we will be watching throughout the rest of the day. I'm going to be putting the scanners back up live over on tradecaster.com. Make sure you guys come on through. But again, CAPR had the big spike. We were looking for $50. It got up to $40. So I did not get filled on the short. If you guys did short this in the 40s or 30s, you guys are doing fantastic. It could be opening on up in another 5 to 10 minutes. We'll see what we get. Ladies and gentlemen, traders and everyone, AHMA also trying to spike up a little bit more. I do just want to say thank you one more time for everyone who is again joining us, everyone that has been part of this team, every single person that's crushing it. And again, I love you. Guys, thank you. Enjoy the rest of your day. I'll be putting up the scanner so that you guys are all set, ready to go. Help me wrap this thing on up. You guys know it as always here, traders. In 3, 2, 1. Great job, great work. Take those gains when you got them. $201 on the day for myself. You guys are fantastic. Enjoy the rest of your day.
I ain't the Lord, no, I'm just a fool and I'm loving somebody, don't weep in love.
Yeah, cause girls is players too. Yeah, cause girls is players too.
Must I always
Claire!
be waiting for you?
Claire! Claire!
This sex so good, I shouldn't have to fall for free. I go on and on, can't understand how I last so long. I must have the superpowers, last 223,000 hours, and it's cause I'm off of CC, and I'm off the Hennessy. And like your boy from Compton said, you know this dick ain't free. I got girls that I should've made pay for it, got girls that I should've made wait for it. I got girls that I cancel a flight back home, stay another day for it. You got attitude on nana, on agua, stomach on flat, on what's that?
When she was just a girl, she expected the world, but it flew away from her reach, so she ran away in her sleep. Young girl don't want that back calling me splurge, why me jump right on the curb, bet this right fly like a bird, spin on the first and the third, Solid, I'm keeping my word. Can't be my equal, don't know what you heard. Crack up the phone, I swear. Keep me a stick if they purse. Pour me another drink. 'Cause I don't wanna feel a thing no more, hell no. I just wanna sip till the pain wears off. Don't wanna think about her, or wear a ring without her. Don't wanna hit the karaoke bar, can't sing without her. So make them drinks strong, 'cause brother, she's gone. And if I'm ever gonna move on, I'ma need some whiskey glasses. 'Cause I don't wanna see the truth. She's probably making out on the couch right now with someone new. Yeah, I'ma need some whiskey glasses if I'm gonna make it through. I'ma be single, I'ma need a double shot of that heartbreak blues. Isn't she lovely? Isn't she wonderful? Isn't she precious? Let's make one little. All I do is win, 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 no matter what. Got money on my mind, I can never get enough. And every time I step up in the building, everybody hands go up, and they stay there. Cold shoulder goes in time, you begging